under.
Yeah, a lot of these are practiced very hard.
It definitely shows. It's like,
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
absolutely. Okay. And Joseph Hettles to the line, sets the benchmark at 29.0 and 10.10 follows him through. Knocks half a second off it.
Wow. 25, that's very good.
Casual. TD 29.9, Ross 29.5, and that guy 29.3.
That probably was
Ford coming to the line.
For TD.
Yeah, likely I would say. Deflated comes into third. Who's next over the line? We've got Top Gun.
Perhaps sometime in the season. Some government can change it.
Oh. See him to the line. Oh,
very close.
Wow. Second by
So we do have competition for pole position.
17 thousandths of a second. This is close. Barreling through the second to last there. Let's see how much it can improve by in this final run. 3/10 off of Top Gun at the moment.
Yeah, Top Gun's 1/10 up in Sector 1.
Jumps to fifth. And it's going to be very, very close once those new tyre laps go in.
Yeah, I think Top Gun will get into the 28th here.
Okay, next one in.
Wow!
Oh, hello. Wow.
What?
Top Gun out of absolutely nowhere.
Did not expect that.
What a lap.
Amazing.
Takes to the line is that guy's going to take another lap on that soft. Just sneaked it in before the checker flag fell. Hales is going to be next to the line on a lap.
John could get on front row if he hooks up this last corner.
Let's see what we've got for Joseph. Oh, big lap from Joseph as well. Right into the mix there.
Brilliant.
John next through, fourth. Joseph Hales out qualifies him. 10-10 into 28 fourths.
Wow.
This
Incredible.
is getting a bit crazy now.
Slap after 10th in Sector 1 as well.
Yeah. Wiggles jumped to 6th there, by the way, as well. That'll be his new set. Ross is next up. Follow slap bus through.
Oh, he's done it.
Wow!
Incredible.
28-4 again. See what that guy can do with that lap. No improvement for him on those old softs. And negative obviously is in the pits there, and that will see it through. Right up front there.
3600.
36 thousandths of a second. And 2/10 covering the top 5.
Very, very interesting.
Well, if that is what we're going to get for the whole season.
Yeah, I think this is what
Sign
we're
me
going
up.
to get. Just saying.
5 red lights and underway for IIRL Season 5. Good start from Slapbus there. Angles through, but 10-10. Holding position. Joseph Hales with a good one up the inside to third. Just, good getaway from Slapbus there. We work our way back through there. So had a little bit of a fight at the back there. Flamingo Eagles ended up going backwards. He's been off. The Asthma Frog sticking to the rest of them there, but a good start from the leaders. As Top Gun tries to dispatch Joseph Hales around the outside there.
Yeah, so far the racing's been pretty clean. Not seen any incidents.
Up on with the Williams here, and deflated weave being followed by both of those. That's that guy gone a little bit wide, and so here we go. 1 lap completed. Flamingo Eagle the only casualty of that. Now we come to first corner again. Joseph Hales to the inside of 1010 here.
Ooh.
A little bit of contact. 1010. Oh, that could have been naughty. That's close.
Gives Top Gun a little sneaky look maybe down the inside.
Let's see. Top Gun will get him there, I think. Oh, close. Good there. John on the back as well. John. See what we've got there.
No.
1010 sending it. Slap Bus and 1010 very, very close together. 1010 the inside line. We'll have DRS. And Mercedes takes the lead. There we go. 1010 gets it done on those mediums and he'll want to get away now. Wiggles is off there. Wiggles has slowed. Resume. Having had a bit of a moment there, but we're going to go back to the front here. 1010 comes up alongside Slap Bus. He's also got Top Gun for company again. Decent run off the hairpin there for 1010. He'll look to have a go into turn 4. Can he get it done? He can. Top Gun has a look as well. And Slap Bus obviously resisting the urge to Verstappen. Fine. Slap Bus better exit though. It might get side by side, and John might be interested. Slap Bus goes through on the inside, and John looking at 1010 now. He's got him. 2 places, as many corners gone for 1010. John again moving on into turn 4. He'll be looking to stick to the back of the Slap Bus now. Potentially those hard tyres might be starting to go off there for 1010. Become with the DRS there. John has a look. Decides he wants to set himself up for the next turn. Slap Bus is a little bit wider than he would have liked. Better exit for John. And John has got the move done way before turn 4 there. They're changing positions every lap. This is, you know, you cannot keep up. 10. I can only assume he has got damage, John now. Absolutely. So it'll be 10-10 for the hards. Let's see, and Smiley and Longson, and that's exactly not where Top Gun would have wanted to have been. He's right out in the middle of this battle, but on freezing cold tyres. 10-10 may well take him here.
I'll leave and rejoin again, mate.
A little bit of an outlier as he comes in. John takes the fastest lap there. Slap Bus, where's he going to come out in relation to the other two? And it is undercut supremacy on this game. Here comes Top Gun on John. And we've got Slap Bus and 10-10 both bearing down as well. Top Gun gets the move done for the lead. Similar to what he was before. Had it done by the braking zone. We'll have DRS from Top Gun.
Yeah, lights flashing for John, but he's still very quick in a straight line.
Yeah, so DRS definitely a helper there. Both of the top two flashing.
There's still a long way to go, 7 laps.
See, Slap bus could get them both here. Oh, he won't even get one. He's been blocked in by his teammate, and John goes to the inside. Oh, it's 3 wide, and both the Red Bulls are through. Haas of John holding off, but he's not going to give it up yet. Down the inside of the next turn. Has to concede.
Amazing.
There's his moment there with the fastest lap. Obviously, won't get the point for it unless we get a miracle happen. As Top Gun goes deep in.
Oh, contact a little bit.
A little bit.
Hard to know if it's contact or just a lag. Or...
Yeah. As John goes to the inside. Got him. Good move, taking advantage of that exit. Changing positions now again. John going for another one of those defences. 10-10's in it now.
10-10's probably like throwing like these two make contact or something.
Yeah, I think even without it, he could then end up on track in second place. But he needs to dispatch them and put an absolute smashing lap in this last lap. Smaller Smiley and Prev and Wiggles have all changed position there. Oh, 3 wide into turn 1. Wiggles taking a bit of an inside line. I think he might have been tagged there. No, he's still going.
Might see a few clips sent in tonight.
Yeah, Smaller Smiley and Prev together. Oh, Smiley down the inside. Wiggles takes them both.
Wow.
Oh, it's still going. Smaller Smiley's going to hold on. Wiggles. Oh, wow, down the inside of the hairpin. Prev is still there as well. He's going to now have a go on the cutback on Smaller Smiley there. To the outside.
Slap bus coming to
around turn 10. Smaller Smiley position. There we go. Slap bus is through to win. But then 10-10 and John. Good enough level on the line, but John will take the podium on penalties. We've got Wiggles and Smaller Smiley along with Prev seem to have settled down a bit now. Prev, I think, just missing out after a really decent race from him. Ross 7th. Sano comes through to take 8th. Well done to him with that hanging in his face. And on the final turn, Prev has been tagged.
No way.
I think Prev has probably gone out a little bit wide there. He will take 11th. In terms of jumping up positions, it's got to go to one of those top. I've never seen that before.
I know, yeah.
It's got to go to one of those top 3, to be honest. His pace on that medium stint is probably too much to ignore, to be honest. Yeah, obviously you hang it out a little bit hard, a little bit longer on the hards, but it was a good strategy call.
Yeah, the
obviously. As I say, Verstappen mod coming to him well there. Pole and the race win. It doesn't get all that much better.
Yeah, incredible.
I'd go for him, but a thrilling race there. 8, 4 and 5 red lights, and we're going to go on board with Top Gun for the start until it changes. There we go. And Top Gun's off well. Top Gun's off very well into turn 1. Here we go. Deflated to the inside. Top Gun then on the inside turn 2. Deflated's going to keep it in around the outside there and get the second place. 10-10 rocketed off. And you've got that guy up into 4th. Wiggles the big loser on that one, down to 5th. And TD and Deton having a little bit of a fight at the back there. A lot of movement. Smaller Smiley is off. Was that Asthma Frog?
Oh,
it's Asthma Frog.
Contact with Prev and Deton there as well. That wasn't very nice.
Oh, okay. Smaller Smiley and Greg changing places a little bit back down there, and you've got Flamingo Eagle. Oh, nearly colliding with Longson on the inside. Down the inside there. Oh wow, and we go. Oh no! Oh no! And 10-10 obviously loses first. Deflated's hold on to 3rd.
That was like
that guy
chain reaction there.
Wiggles. Oh. We've got 10-10 and Top Gun. Deflated, they're going 3 wide. 10-10's been dispatched. Deflated thought better of the move down the inside. 10-10 has held it around the outside of Wiggles.
Yeah, a bit of contact between Wiggles and 10-10, and then that guy made slight contact with Wiggles as well.
Oh wow. It's Deflate. Again, DRS will help him defend, but 10-10 looks like he's got him around the outside. Oh, Deflated, try and hold it on the inside. Oh, 10-10's round! Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh, no.
You don't want to see that.
No.
That's 10-10 round and it's not ghosted.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
We'll have to probably
So it's 10-10 in there. There was somebody who volleyed him from behind as well. And a couple of cars kind of put him into orbit. But 10-10, we've got Damon and we've got that guy all in the pits. 10-10's retired.
10-10 retired. Oh dear.
And that is unfortunate to say the least, that one.
Yeah.
7th, 8th and 9th as well. And 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane for TD.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Deflated's wide again. TD retires.
TD
Oh no, Deflated's off. And so Seno's been caught. Both of them still going, but neither of them have got a front wing. VSC.
Oh no.
That was a snap on there from Deflated. Let's say he came out of that came out of that corner. He got on the sausage curb on that first right of the set of the two there. As he went over the runoff on the inside of that left-hander.
I think Sano's lost his front wing as well, hasn't he?
Both of them went piling into the wall. Full safety car.
Oh my god. A full safety car. Oh, TD just retired as well.
Oh no. No front wing.
Top Gun stay up.
Yeah, car in. That's a very late call. Wow. Okay. Safety car in and we're green, but you've called it just after the last turn. Top Gun going for the restart, and he's gone. And let's see whether Prev can hold off guys behind him now, so whether it'll be the cork in the bottle. Looks like he's held it into turn 1 there. There's Wiggles and Joseph changing positions. Deflated getting that guy. And Deflated, they're all eating up Deton now. The three were, oh my. Oh, that guy. Deep in, oh no, this is chaos. All the chaos around Deflated, and that's Nastin in the wall.
Oh my god.
That is Flew, I think, in the wall.
Oh,
a lot of chaos around Deflated there. Oh no. Prev out, and that's another safety car, surely.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, wow.
If Top Gun pits now, he goes to the back.
Yeah. It went in too hot and caught.
Yeah.
Deflated. Oh, as Top Gun's in.
Oh,
Oh. At this point, that's a bad call.
Yeah, because
you're right at the back now.
Yeah, I think he had to pit. I think.
Mm.
I think he looked back on it and think, I wish I pitted on that first safety car.
Yeah, absolutely. That's hindsight itself.
Mistakes happen, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
All Deflated. He's got a good chance from that guy.
Let's follow them through here.
Wiggles around the outside.
Wiggles. Oh wow, Rich has held that well. Wiggles is going to have a better run. It's turn 4. Rich is still on the inside, keeps it.
Oh, Deflated, he's out.
Deflated. Oh no. No.
He caught the inside off the wall.
Oh no. Oh wow, you saw him go off just in the back of the shot.
And Wiggles, looks like he's sending it down inside.
Oh. Richard's looking good on these outside lines. That's
I'm surprised I wasn't another safety car.
Yeah, that was another big one. Flew, I don't think. I think Flew went back through the pits again.
Unlucky, mate. Can't believe it. Oh, that's so risky.
Oh. Holds it again. That guy, I think, has been cut adrift from the restart, really. I think he was behind Deflated at the point of impact. And Asthma Frog's going backwards by the looks of it.
Wiggles desperate to get by Richard.
Okay. Oh, outside. Good move. Good move, that. But
it's not over yet.
See whether Richard can stick in the slipstream. See whether he's got any energy to burn there.
How close are these?
We've got 4 or 5 now that you can throw a blanket over.
Spot you breaking.
And Sano keeps it in around the outside, gets it past Greg. Top Gun's next to get him. Greg obviously on those older medium tyres, probably feeling a little bit of pain now.
Greg's caught Top Gun.
He caught Top Gun there, and that is Top Gun needing to do it all again now. Yeah, Greg again being able to defend with the DRS. Flamingo Eagle to the inside though, has got too much for him on that one. Oh, bit of a shake from RP1 on the way out of turn 2 as well. Possibly won't get on a charge for 4th, but there's a good recovery there from Top Gun after the safety cars. We have got
2 stewards, so they can rotate it.
Good. So we've got Wiggles coming to the line, and we've not talked about him much, which is usually a good sign if you're quick and you're winning. He's made those medium tyres last. He's having a little bit of a weaving celebration across the line there. Mr. Wiggles takes the victory in Saudi Arabia.
Congratulations, mate.
By Richard there. Very good race and some good pace for him. That guy and Sano dragging it to the line. Sano's got him obviously on penalties anyway. Top Gun will then come through. He takes 5th, so that guy's kept hold of 4th place. RP1 comes home in 6th. Greg 7th, Small Smiley 8th, and Flamingo Eagle 9th, obviously with the penalty there.
A crucial factor was pitting under the first safety car and making the mediums last to the end. But there was another 2 safety cars, I believe, or one safety car after, and then Top Gun decided to pit and obviously went to the back.
Yeah, that's a tough. That's a tough draw really for Top Gun there. He didn't get it right with the pitting there, but it's definitely unlucky.
Pardon, Adam, I'm finishing the first race.
Well done, Adam, indeed. Yeah. Williams got 25 points. Yeah, yeah. Deal online there, nice and clean there. Where are we? Round 2. Second to last turn. Wiggles looks like keeping it clean.
Yeah, it's good to get a banker on the board, isn't it? On your first run.
This might be more than a banker. This looks quite quick from Wiggles, I'll say. 17.6.
17.6.
And there is your benchmark.
I think John's going to be it.
Where are we? Oh,
wow.
17.1. Okay.
17.1.
Times are coming down, and deflated splits the 2 on a 17.4.
Wow, great lap deflated.
This is...
He's improving, no assist.
Very good first few laps. Joseph 4th. He'd be disappointed with that, I'd imagine. Longson can do is invalid.
Longson, invalid, yeah.
Richard up to 4th. 17.8.
Ross coming to the line. And goes 3rd.
Just squeezes past his teammate.
Yeah, they seem like they both got the same pace around this track.
Yeah.
You don't often see Ross ahead of Wiggles as well, so that's impressive from Ross. In qualifying anyway.
I think Longson's round. No, it's just stopped. Back to that Richard throw.
We've got Smiley on
I don't know whether that guy's trying.
Nice to see him in Q3. Doesn't always get there.
There's definitely a good performance so far.
Yeah, it really does help when you can qualify higher.
Absolutely. I'd say always that little bit of an edge. Okay. A little bit of a shaky one from Smaller, but gets He gets the time on the board, 18.9.
Yeah, might be a use set, that one.
On there. Wiggles saying John's going to be a 16.9. I mean, now that time's gone on the board, I can see it.
Yeah, I don't think he needs a 6. I think it's that lap's going to take all the pressure off. So.
I looked a little bit tentative out of turn 5 there, going flat. Goes there, but
that guy invalidates.
See where Joseph's
just
at
turn that actually.
On the second sector split. 44-1 through the second sector.
This could get him onto the third or second, even the first row. Can really put this last sector together.
All works. That looked neat so far. Those couple of right-handers. Nipping it nice and early to get wide line.
Will it trouble John's slow?
This could be close. This could be very close. Ah, yes.
He beat it.
17-0.
Amazing, that. Well done.
You see, when there's nothing else on the track ahead of him, he's different.
Incredible.
What a lap, Joseph. Well done.
Ross has matched his personal best at the moment.
Okay, and then we've got Wiggles. I think if he kept at 10th, obviously would just steal a place back off Ross.
Yeah, Wiggles could get onto the... could get ahead of Deflated.
Solid. Oh, third. Good lap, Wiggles. Ross the line. Improves by a 10.5. No, not even that. Takes 5th place from that guy. Longson's next round, but will be coming in. That leaves Steve for the next one. Longson did get one on the board, 18.6. Steve takes 7th. Richard's gone in the pits. Has deflated.
Congratulations, Joseph Hales.
What a cracking lap that was.
Well done, mate. That's his fourth position.
17-0 takes pole. That'll make it interesting. As long as it's Thursday, not Saturday.
Oh, tense.
So, Joseph taking pole. Second session he's topped in his quali today. Taking that from John by 800th of a second. There's a fair gap down to them Wiggles and Deflated and Ross. And there we go, 5 lights and away we go. Let's jump on board with John to see the actual start as they come down to the first turn. Trev's been disqualified, he's actually been disqualified. We're through there.
Oh.
Most of them seem to have got through.
Well,
that guy's off. And Greg is with him as well. Greg and, yeah, obviously, I think possibly been caught behind Prev on the way with his teammate there. We've got Steve now under pressure from Richard, who's gone onto the grass there to get around. That's a slightly unique approach, but he's made it work.
I have no idea, but that's a new one, man.
Oh, and Small, Smiley and TD, and Smiley's round. 2 wide all the way through. That chicane is never ever going to work.
Oh, no.
John is going to need as much as he can get here as Ross gets past Deflated, the third. Absolute power start from Ross, but Deflated is back at him again with the DRS, but Ross also with it. Ross, oh, half spin from Ross. Wiggles, I think, ran into the back.
Oh, not again.
Just dropped it out of turn 11.
So we might have to get EA to look at it to see if they can sort it.
Drama so far, as Longston is going to be next round him. Dives to the inside of turn 11 and gets it done. TD holds off, knew that was going to be inevitable. Let's come up to the battle for fourth with Richard and Deflated both on time penalties. Wiggles keeping them company back there as well. Good second DRS zone towards turn 3. Deflated's going to go to the outside. Richard holds on to the inside. Deflated's gone deep in. Oh, wheel banging as they hit turn 4. Richard still out a little bit wide. Wiggles trying to go around the outside now, and this could get dangerous. Keeps hold of it through the chicane, but should be dispatched around the DRS zone. Wiggles goes to the inside of that there. We are then watching Richard go backwards. Deflated is also in there. He's been taken by Wiggles as well. Wiggles has made 2 places, but Deflated will come back to turn 11 again. Hasn't dived down the inside. Move could. We've then got Deflated with Wiggles down the inside. Wiggles outbraked himself there. Deflated will take the place, and Richard's now going to try and get at Wiggles, but I don't think he's quite managed to keep it there. Into the pits. He's had enough of those medium tyres. Wants some fresh rubber, and it looks like he's going to be the hardest to go on. Flu are all in the pits, but Flu has ground those soft tyres out quite a long time. Surprised we've seen Flu as late into the pits was, to be fair. 10-10 crawling all over the back of that Williams now. Wiggles dives in. Getting rid of the hards early. I mean, realistically, it's not going to be a one that will change the. Oh, Steve's off. Steve's just gone off there as well. Into turn 1, as you see 10-10 coming away from the pit there. Also got Longson dragging down to turn 3 with Greg. But 10-10, like I say, could well potentially miss out on the podium thanks to that. Well, there's much fresher soft tyres up against a 6-lap old set of mediums. Shouldn't be a match. As 10-10 takes 6th place from his teammate there. Takes another penalty there. Wiggles is round. And that is not an insult. Wiggles is round at turn 10. And that drops into 7th place. These two are sticking to each other for most of this race. They cannot get away from each other. TD on some newer hard tyres now. But the Flu taking some mediums to the end after the early stint on softs. DRS zone start finish straight. 3 seconds each for these two. Deflator's actually got about a second penalty more than what 10-10's got, so could definitely do with getting around him and pulling a gap. As 10-10 takes another penalty just as we say that. And we go side by side. Ross and Joseph. Joseph to the outside of turn 3. Can he hang it in there? Just about. They're going side by side through turn 4. Ross is off the track and gets a penalty for that. Not sure a lot of space was left there. And there's not a lot of space left there at all. I think Ross was slight. I don't think he was too pleased with that move from Joseph. And certainly takes all of the road that he could possibly get out of turn 5 to be able to then take a podium. 10-10 attacking Ross now for second on track. To the outside of turn 11. And he gets that move done. Ross has held on to 3rd, Joseph 4th, and Deflated now 5th. And 10-10's going to need to break away. Use absolutely everything those soft tyres have got left. Just to try and get away from the pack behind him there. Like he's about to attack Ross down into turn 3. They're side by side again, these two. Joseph goes slightly ahead. It's his turn now to be pushed a little bit wider out of turn 4, and he backs off out of turn 5, or into turn 5 this time. Learns a lesson from last time. Towards turn 11 now. Got John now coming around to take the line. Deflated's thought better of the move, so we'll go to John, who takes a convincing win in this 3rd round of IIRL. And no assists here. You're going to have 10-10 coming back for second on track. Ross will take third, but Joseph will take a promotion to second on penalties. So the value of keeping it between those yellow lines is shown right there. Joseph second, 10-10 third, Ross fourth, Deflated fifth, Richard is sixth, Wiggles will come home for seventh, and then TD will be next home in eighth. And Steve having a little bit of a slip out there. He needs to keep the throttle on because he could keep hold of eighth there. In the end, he's lost out. And Flew has also taken eighth. And Steve obviously rounds out the points in 10th. It's a bit of a messy result, this one. Plenty. TD needs to come see me in the opticians. It's John's win there. This one he has had coming. Obviously Joseph, I could say, taking second with a good display of between the lines driving. Obviously 10-10 with a miracle podium there. So there is our result. We have got then obviously John, as we said, the winner. And we rounded out the podium with Joseph Hales in 10-10. Ross Deflated in 5th and Richard in 6th. Wiggles then in 7th. On here, 5 red lights on. We don't obviously get that countdown, but we are away for the feature race proper on here. Wiggles obviously hasn't got as good a start as Top Gun. Top Gun looks to send it, but hasn't been brave enough. Wiggles goes in around the outside there. Looking obviously back through there. 10-10 has kept 3rd place. Got John sending it to the inside, try and keep hold of the position with Ross, but Ross looks like he's got him round turn 2. Through to turn 3 now. Looking at what we've got, is there anyone going for a move? Anyone brave enough to send one? And we have a yellow as Asthma Frog.
Yeah.
Has had an accident. And that might be that one. Adam's come off. Back on there though. Until somebody makes a little bit of a mistake, you can't really see a whole lot changing. I think that guy's having a go at John there. To the inside and gets the move done before turn 1. He's running a slightly lower wing, that guy. He was expecting a race a little bit like this, I'd imagine. Just carving through the pack quite nicely. Slight right-hander down there. Slipstream already causing an effect there. And DRS is open for Deflated. And through Deflated goes nice and easily there. Ross, I think, in that situation, sitting duck. That one. As you tend to be on the DRS zones around here. Could start to burn up. Ross is down. Ross is down the order. Ross is off in the runoff.
Oh.
At turn 1.
Turn 1, yeah.
Oh, and that's a AlphaTauri in the wall. That's Prev. Heading back towards the pits, I think, there. I think there's a high risk of disqualification, to be honest, that one. I think he's reset. That's a little bit of a naughty boy manoeuvre. Oh, and 10-10 is round. Turn 3. Turn 3. You just pan to 10-10, and all you see that's the VSC. All you see is 10-10 and just sort of backing into the wall. I hope that's not another rear wing damage moment for 10-10.
Was that before VSC or after?
I think that's caused it. Oh, there's no front wing on the gaff.
Oh, no front wing.
No front wing on the thing.
Oh dear.
Wonder it would be that, as we've then got 3 trying to go into it. 2 Mercedes, both getting past Greg. 10-10, I think, will then take Richard for the next one. And Wiggles is in the pits.
Yeah, Greg was like, leave me alone.
Yeah, didn't want any of it.
He was in like a Mercedes somewhere there.
Yeah. Oh, no. The Wiggles, he's out.
A fantastic first stint for Mr. Wiggles.
Absolutely was, let's say. Very, very good there. 10, see, We're on Richard into 8th place. We've got Smaller Smiley's done it again. Smaller Smiley's done it again.
No.
Same place.
Oh,
Safety
no.
car.
Safety car, oh my god.
And it's that same wall again. The front wing has landed in the same place. History repeats itself for Smaller Smiley.
And
the full safety car that is going to play right into the hands of the likes of Joseph and that guy right
Mr.
now.
Wiggles just pitted as well.
So for him and Ross, that is unfortunate. Follow Joseph there. And he's gone. Wiggles is gone. And the Stampede rushes down to turn 1 again. We've then got Joseph defending on the inside from John. Asma Frog, I think, has been taken by Prev there. Prev obviously on those new softs. Ross down the side of TD, and I think Deflated is with TD there as well. Deflated crawling all over the back of both TD and Ross that can't find a way through. 1010's going to look for a way through though. TD gets down the inside of Ross, takes back that 6th position. Deflated is still crawling all over the back of Ross though, as is 1010 and Richard. Both of those keeping a keen interest in this. Deflated to the inside of turn 5. Gets the move done on Ross there. 1010 is also now hanging off the back of the Williams.
1010 with a good run on Ross.
So got Deflated through there. Ross has been going backwards on those slightly aged hard tyres now.
Next one, straight on.
Straight at turn 2.
Just locked up,
That's
I think.
dropped him now. It's dropped him because he was in, obviously just in the points, I believe, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, I think he was 10.
And TD's out.
Oh,
TD's out.
TD's retired?
That's gonna, I can't see where that'll have happened. I can try and catch it. Looks like that might have happened on the runoff of 4.
Could well be.
Couldn't see it on the feeds.
Yeah, I see it, yeah. Damon just went by it.
Ah.
Hey.
No, that was, honestly, to that point, it was a brilliant race really from TD. Or, you know, been really, really good. We've got John challenging Wiggles, going for a lead, you know, we're going to have a lead change here. John thrashes it up the inside.
And Top Gun on Deflated as well.
Move there. Deflated, I think, has lost 2 positions there, because he's also lost out to 1010. We're going to just follow that guy around, see exactly what we can do. Energy's on. Just put, ooh, a little bit of a naughty late move, I think, from Prev, that one. And to the outside then of 4, both of them nearly in the wall there, that guy and Prev.
Just giving Greg a little bit of hope.
Could be a points paying position in it for him just yet.
Wow.
It did look a little bit dodgy, that move coming down to turn 3 from Prev. That guy into 7 has got him. Oh, tag there.
Playing a bit of ping pong.
So John really has held the second stint really quite well. Safety car played into his hands. Definitely there.
Yeah, you got a feel for Mr. Wiggles.
Absolutely.
He did everything right today.
He's had a good first stint, Wiggles, but ultimately powerless to defend against a lap newer hard tyre, medium tyre there. It's Deflated, gets the first track limits penalty of the day. So we have got John through to take the checkered flag.
Oh yeah, of
that
course, 3.7.
P1 for him. Wiggles in P2. Joseph takes P3, final podium place, and 10-10 with a cracking recovery up to 4th. Deflated then comes in 5th, and Richard, even after Deflated's penalty, still 2nd behind in 6th. Ross takes 7th, higgledy-piggledy race from Ross, but he's ended up exactly where he started, just about. That guy takes 8th after what was a really, really promising first stint and a bit there from him. Had that mistake and came round. But that's still in 8th for him. Prev in 9th. And the other AlphaTauri, Greg, wrapping up the points paying positions in 10th.
And safety car came out at the wrong time for him.
It's just a lap after he'd pitted initially as well.
It's a chance you take starting on the medium though.
It definitely is. It's
unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that at the same time, obviously without that moment or two, obviously that could have then ended up so much better, but and there we go, we are sorted with that one. So for the whole weekend, obviously John ends up taking the most points, obviously with the victory there. Wiggles taking second, victory in the sprint, but failing to score obviously maximum points on feature.
Yeah, extends his lead in the championship by a few points.
Absolutely.
That is an absolutely brilliant pole for Deflated Wee there. And to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away for the no assist Grand Prix at Miami. That's a poor start from Deflated, and 10-10 has got him into turn 1. That guy has swallowed him up as well, and so has Joseph. That's an abysmal start from Deflated, though he has got 3rd place back, I think, off of Joseph. Pending a move around the outside there, it's not going to come off. Or is it? We're going to go side by side to turn 4, and I think Deflated is through. Joseph has gone a little bit wide. Richard has kept 5th there. Felix has gone backwards into 15th. Smaller Smiley's made a jump up into 6th place as well there. Wiggles and TD exchanging places. Got 10-10, Wiggles and Prev, or sorry, TD, Wiggles and Prev all looking for spaces, and we had 3 wide in front there as well, with Joseph Hales, Richard and Smaller Smiley. We've then got, obviously, Ross linking to the back of these, Flamingo Eagle, Wiggles and TD. Oh, naughty from Wiggles, I think, there. TD, I think, tried to back out, but he did catch the front corner of TD on the way into the tight chicane. Couldn't really do a whole lot about it without Prev being there. But that's a pass he needed to get done on those softs. He needs to now use those as Prev is out. Prev is out. And there it is, it's round. And Flamingo Eagles have gone backwards as well. Prev is out and round, and there's a bit of bodywork in there, and that, I believe, is turn 5. There's a VSC as a result there. Back there, and we have got Deflated, obviously, in the lead there as well. I apologise, because I'm getting a little bit... a little bit distracted by some battles going on here, but Deflated has got back that lead that he started in. It'll be a matter of seeing how long he can hold it there. That guy, there was a small smiley on Ross. Ross keeping it through the outside of 2, takes it to the inside of 3. How much pace has Small Smiley got around the outside? He's going to hang it in. Is anyone going to back down for turn 4? Ross has had to. Small Smiley with a gutsy move, obviously keeping 5th place there. Keeps him ahead for... That's 10th closing on Deflated Wee. Looking for the lead of the race back again. That one was initially claimed through the race start. Goes to the outside of then turn 11. Gets the move done. Just under braking there, Deflated. Knows he can fight this one another day. Knows he's got another DRS zone this lap to get that. He's being chased by a crowd of Smurfs. Coming up to turn 17 now. Smaller Smiley. 2 Williams, both in blue. And neither of them have got past him. Again, we'll presume he's just dumped battery. Trouble, Smaller Smiley. Deflated Wee has got 10-10 for much more than company back there. Joseph Hales and that guy going side by side. And that guy takes the position for 3rd place. Ross has taken Smaller Smiley for 5th there as well. Or Smaller Smiley, if he can hold on, we'll get another chance down towards the beach club again. Takes the position from that guy as we've got an incident around beach club, and I think there's Felix and Padge both together on there. Padge has gone to the back of the remaining running cars. Joseph is in. Ross and Smaller Smiley still tussling out. There's got to be a point at which Smaller Smiley calls that quits and comes into the pits, you'd imagine. Joseph Hales is deflated. He's lost a little bit of ground in that last sort of part of the first part sort of sector, the last part of sector 2. Sorry there. But we'll look to keep hold of 10-10. There's a good exit as 10-10 pits. Deflated stays out, and he's got to commit to this now. This has got to be the in-lap of his life. 10-10 dives in to get a new set of hard tyres, I would imagine, on to get into the end of the race. That guy comes through for 2nd, and this battle will come through as well. Smaller Smiley to 3rd and Ross to 4th. And he will no doubt get in the mix for this. Smaller Smiley takes it to the inside of Ross. Grabs that 3rd position back as Padge comes in and retires in the pit. Smaller Smiley's still going. 10-10 is losing a bit of time here. Deflated is into the pit. And is away and is behind 10-10 as they are 3 into there. 10-10 has taken them both, and Deflated comes out into the middle of the battle on cold tyres. Exactly how they were. Well, lap pressure tyres on this game can mean everything. I don't think Padge actually did retire in pit. No, I think he did. It was just him letting the car out again. So Deflated now has had a chance to get those tyres up to temperature. We'll be looking to dispatch 10-10 down on that back straight towards turn 17. Takes the outside line and gets it done well before turn. Ross will still have Smaller Smiley over the back of him as well. Will either of those blink and come in? Smaller Smiley has at last. That was a very, very good first stint from Smaller Smiley, that one. Brilliant battle with Ross for the length of it. Both of these drivers started on mediums. Joseph Hales dived in early as he took the undercut and has been using those hard tyres for 8 laps now. That guy held on to those old mediums a little bit longer. Is now getting the benefit of some fresh, soft rubber. They are through 16 onto the back straight, and that guy gets a nice easy DRS pass on Joseph Hales there to take that final podium spot. See how long Joseph can keep himself in this battle. So Ross is next to get around Richard. He's getting back to the back of Smaller Smiley again in a few moments' time, and that's another battle that has been going on race long. So you wonder, maybe will one more round of Sector 1 just give that guy the space and time he needs to get away from Joseph Hales, as 10-10 is in the pits. He's taking a set of soft tyres, and it looks like he's going to try for fastest lap. We'll come out. Oh, it's not going to be the Smaller Smiley Ross battle again, is it? I think it is, isn't it? It is very much the Smaller Smiley Ross battle. He's out right alongside Ross. That's not what I've wanted to have seen. He might get a shot at fastest lap, but he's going to have to make up some positions to keep second now. Oh, goes to the inside of Smaller Smiley on turns 6 and 7. Now, obviously, on much fresher tyres, you can get away with that, but that is somewhat unexpected and a very good move and a good use of that brand new rubber. We'll then have Smaller Smiley getting a toe. 10-10, I think I was looked a little bit close to the inside wall there. Smaller Smiley's come and got him back, but 10-10 has kept the big grip down the inside. Smaller Smiley again going a little bit deeper into turn 11. Cede his position back to 10-10. Will be looking just to hold himself in the DRS just long enough to be able to defend himself from Ross. I don't think he'll really get a go at 10-10 from here. It's already nearly a second. But it will help him defend from Ross for a lap longer. Getting himself to the back of Mr. Wiggles. We won't want to make too much of a fist of this, even though it is obviously for track position. Ross and Smaller Smiley changing places again. Smaller Smiley looked like he was having a little bit of a look into turn 11. 10-10. Obviously blitzes past Wiggles on those soft tyres as Richard gets a time penalty. Should have him for inters as well. For the rest of these, they may well just try and see it out. Now 10-10 on track is going around the outside of Joseph Hales looking for third place. We'll need to clear him by 3 seconds to hold it. We'll watch here as Ross, I think, will be looking to take Wiggles for track position. I'd love to imagine how team orders go between these two. I imagine they've got a fairly decent bit of talking going on, but Wiggles almost looked like he kind of let Ross bite there, and I think that's sensible. It would have been done anyway under DRS, and obviously with the ages of the tyres. Smaller Smiley has lost back of these a little bit as well. From there, had a little bit of a battle. Took him in the pit stops as 10-10 then. It's through on that guy, and that is before the DRS zone. Is that guy going to get the DRS? I think he is. Here goes. That guy, all 10-10 squeezing him to the inside. Takes the position on track as 10-10 all holds the inside of then turn 12. This is a dodgy place to be for that guy. Don't want to not be on the racing line in the wet conditions. You can see it getting really, really damp now. So that guy just about holds on track. He's clipped the wall and 10-10's clipped the back of him. Oh, slight error from that guy, and I think because he was then trying to stop it to correct it. He's then brought in a little bit of contact from 10-10 as well. We're going to have Deflated Wee round and Deflated Wee across the line to take the victory. Oh, that guy is going to want to try and keep within those 3 seconds of 10-10, but he's not going to have a great time of doing so if he's having Wiggles like that. He has just about kept hold of it to take second place and 10-10 third. Joseph Hales comes through in 4th. Then the two Williams 5th and 6th. Good racing by those two, along with Smaller Smiley in 7th. TD, not really talked about him too much in this race, but he's kept it in a straight line, takes 8th place quite nicely there. And then for the rest of us, we're on inters. Richard comes through in 9th as the first intermediate runner, if you like, there. There we go, around the last corner. To the line, and there we go, that's his 10th place. And you've, like I say, you've completed it. You didn't bin it like some people have. Joseph Hales obviously on no practice, got 4th there, but it's obviously for Deflated, a brilliant drive, and for that guy as well, a cracking performance for Q2. Brilliant strategy call in there, I would say. And the drivers held it out in the rain and managed just about to keep the victories there, or to keep the spoils on there. Some God's happy with his 11th place, so we'll go through it quickly. Deflated obviously wins in there That guy and 10-10 round out the podium, and you've got Joseph Hales, Ross, Wiggles, Smiley, TD, Richard, and Greg.
That's through, so the benchmark will be Wiggles, and he will be on provisional pole at least for a little bit. That was so close on track limits.
I think he's using Ross set up as well tonight.
15-3, so I think Wiggles will probably have expected better there. 10-10 next to the line after deflating the validator. 14-3. Absolutely obliterates him. 6/10 difference to Top Gun, who's just come through, and Miklos be a 10th back off of his teammate as well with a 15-0. Decent lap there. Daniel is my tip for a front row. Gets himself onto the front row as it stands. 14-5.
Oh.
Close by Joseph Hales as well for third. Got that guy coming through next. See, that would have probably been a semi-aborted lap, I would guess. Richard takes 6th on a 15-0 as well. So again, that midfield is packing out, and that's a theme of this season, I think.
His teammates are on track, so he might have a chance.
Possibly. It would have to be very quick. And he has come in. Quick turnaround for 10-10.
He'd be yelling at his mechanics. Hurry up, hurry up.
Ross has obviously gone into the pits on there. We're going to follow Top Gun round to Variante Alta now. Taking as much of the inside on that right-hander as he dares through there. Will be round through Ravats to finish the lap.
Top Gun on a good lap.
There he is, second.
Wow.
14-4 out of nowhere. Love that. That's a great lap from Top Gun. So fresh from his second in the car park last week. Maybe looked a little bit wide on the exit of Ravazza. To 5th though.
There you go. Almost got Joseph.
Firmly into the 14. My friend in the Alpine. He'll be my friend until he does something stupid. He doesn't know that yet. See, as he takes 8th gear. A few of these drivers haven't taken 8th gear down towards Ravazza.
That's just surprising.
Daniel's in 4th because Wiggles come through in 2nd. And Daniel to pole. Provisional pole for Daniel by 0.003 of a second as it is at the moment. Joseph Hales to 3rd place with a 14-4. I'll put my crystal ball away for the race, but it's looking like that will be a dead set front row at least for Daniel. We're following 10-10. Let's see what he can do.
He's up.
We'll have Deflated to come through as well just before the 10-10 gets through.
Yeah, 10-10 revving out 7th as well.
Deflated hasn't set a lap. I imagine that is invalid. And here comes 10-10 through to the line. Improves to a 14-0. It's the better part of 2.5 tenths up there. That is an insane improvement from 10-10. Ross is the final to the line, takes 2nd.
Wow.
Out of nothing.
And he had no doubted to go up against on that time as well.
No. Oh, wow. Well, the wait for pole goes on, but what a lap from Ross there to get 2nd. Deflated, invalidated a 14-1.
Oh, Deflated.
Oh, that is, again, ridiculously easy to do here.
It's getting really competitive, no assist.
Yeah, it is hotting up big time.
And John might be back next week as well.
Oh. It could be looking good. Where do you find these people, Padge?
Weekly event, time for lobbies.
Special to the recruits.
That look good.
10-10 takes pole. Ross as second. Daniel Suzanne in third on Deb. We are on the grid and we're ready to go for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 5 red lights and away we go. And 10-10 looks like he's got away well, but Ross is looking like it's side by side straight off there. A little bit of changing of positions as Ross goes into the lead into Tamburello. 10-10 follows in line of stern behind him. And let's look through all the chaos on here as Richard and Wiggles. Richard has lost place there as an Alfa Romeo wide have deflated. It's he and Smaller Smiley going side by side into Villeneuve chicane. It's at Variante Alta. He'll be falling quickly into the clutches of the guys behind. TD's round. Sorry, TD, that's not a fat. No, it's deflated wee, sorry. Just pulled a fat joke on TD for no reason. Potentially, could be a little bit of a nick on the front wing as Cal goes out. And that is, yeah, safety car, but no assist. And there is a lot of Haas sprinkled around the track there. That is a Christmas decoration coming up to Tamburello, that one. So we'll take the pace from here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of restart he does.
Haven't really had a gauge for the setups of either, any of these drivers at all. So he's got a little more wing on. You're probably not going to see him go until when the pit lane starts. He's gone now. There we go. Gone on the way into Ravazza. I think Daniel looks like he's kept with him well.
Yeah, he has.
It's certainly not caught him napping. Wiggles, I think, maybe has dropped just a little bit, but this could be close going into turn 1. The restart is go on lap 7. Ross leads through Tamburello. All seem to be line astern as you look back through the pack. And I say that, Deflated has lost a couple of positions. I presume he's, gone round there. So we have got the first tour with DRS now. And we've got Daniel, Wiggles and Ross all approaching. It looks like it's going to go 3 wide towards Tamburello here. Wiggles has come through for the lead. Wiggles has come through for the lead. Daniel has overtaken Ross, was obviously kept second. Ross wiggling out of the way.
Yeah,
that was Tamburello there.
Was there on the exit there. He was looking at getting back by.
Wiggles with a double overtake there to take the lead of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Passed on the last one. He'll have a chance to rectify that as he and Daniel both look to attack Wiggles. Wiggles goes to the inside. Daniel is round the outside before the braking zone, and the Alpine now takes the lead. Ross, I think, probably might be running a little bit more wing. It looks like he maybe lost a little bit of ground on the straight in comparison. And then come round for the next tour. We've got a yellow, that is Asthma Frog, I think, this time. In the wall, and without a front wing at Piratella, and that's the safety car. We've been starved. And this could be a good time for people to come in.
I think mediums top probably do
top laps. 3 are in. There's going to be a double stack in the Williams garage. Everyone's coming in.
I think mediums probably could do the 16, 17 laps.
I think this is going to be very close, and Ross is going to sit there getting a little bit annoyed. This could be his chance up in flames.
Oh, he will be annoyed. Oh, he's lost a few places.
The double stack at Williams was, well, at that proximity, it'd be doing well to make it come off clean. But when the game does this, I've got to admit.
That's not good for Ross.
No.
I'm sorry for Susan, for Daniel.
No. Good for anyone, I would say. So Daniel gets it going.
Ooh,
that's a good restart from Daniel. Seems to have dropped Wiggles quite well there. Watch Wiggles maybe under threat from people behind. Top Gun and Richard there. Richard had half a look. TD has got past Greg back there, and Flamingo Eagle is was fighting with Novi side by side there. And yeah, Novi loses out on that occasion. Ross has taken Joseph Hales. Still on a level playing field in terms of the tyres, down to 9th place. So Wiggles is probably going to take him. That's quite easily. I think it's a little bit of an endurance game at this point for these two.
Yeah. Good evening, Ritz. You missed. It's been pretty. Not been the greatest of standards tonight in qualifying. And
It's what you'd call the neutrals kind of race.
And we had a restart as well.
So Daniel's looking a bit closer to Wiggles for this one. And Daniel's going to the outside. Top Gun's looking to follow him through as well.
This is going to help Ross catch up, I think.
Definitely. If these three start to trip over each other, you can see Ross coming around in the background. He's pulled about 4/10 just out of that. There's a safety car. It's like hats off.
Safety car.
SMH has come off. I can only assume there is a bit of Haas laying. Yeah, that's no front wing on that one. There's a yellow flag out there.
Oh, drive for Greg.
Oh, Greg. Speeding under safety car.
I know what that's like.
Get that Delta back down.
Oh, did he get another one?
Yeah, that's a second. He's going to get himself familiar with the pit lane there. It looks again.
Yeah, amazing.
We've got Daniel leading the race on this one. On 12 lap old medium tyres. Came in after using the hards for 12 laps. He will have the safety car, or have the pace. Looks like he has gone off of the exit of Ravazza. And again has left Wiggles standing there.
I feel like we got a great chance of getting smaller.
Ross looking at Top Gun. Ross looking at Top Gun as the inside of Tamburello. It's a good line to have for Ross.
Oh,
takes the inside, takes it through. Later than Small Smiley.
That was so brave.
Battling. There's a whole host of cars battling for 7th. Flamingo Eagle through to 8th there. Deflated. Looks like he's lost that place in there. Small Smiley with another time penalty.
9 seconds now.
Joseph Hale's crawling all over the back of that guy. Deflated trying to defend the outside. Isn't going to make that work. Poor exit for Flamingo Eagle, who has just suddenly lost 3 places as a result. The whole gaggle of cars fighting back there.
Keep it clean.
Joseph and that guy on the new softs, obviously looking to cut through. Nicholas has obviously got past Flamingo Eagle now next as well, and potentially as those mediums start to go off a little bit. On my feet, I'm ready. This is Wiggles, 4/10 up on Daniel, looking at having
and Joseph's
place taken off him by Joseph.
Daniel looks like.
Daniel looks like he's going towards the outside of Wiggles though. This could be for the lead. Daniel's gone through. Joseph's in second. Joseph. Oh, he's taken Daniel round.
Taking out Daniel, no.
Joseph's taken Daniel round.
Oh, what is this driving I'm seeing? What is this?
3 wide into Villeneuve.
Oh.
Wiggles is in 3rd place. Joseph obviously went through. Top Gun in all of that, came through and took the lead. And all he's got to do is survive.
Top
make
Gun
that
in the
car
lead?
as wide as he possibly can to take the victory.
Oh, you gotta feel
Nicholas
sorry.
is out.
Oh.
Nicholas out at Piratella by the looks of it there. We'll keep with this though. See if...
You gotta feel for Daniel there.
Absolutely. He's raced a brilliant race. He's retired. I think he's gone in the barrier just out of Piratella as well. I don't know how intentional that would have been.
No, I didn't see it.
But gutted for him because it's a brilliant race. Joseph's going to have a go. This is just for glory at this point. He's got 6-second penalty to contend with. Top Gun will get it if he keeps it on track. So through to the line. Joseph Hales will come through first, but will not finish there. Top Gun will take the victory. From Ross, from Wiggles there, the 2 Williams on the podium. Novi into 4th on debut. Brilliant race from him. 10-10 takes 5th.
Oh, what
and that guy's 6th. Joseph Hale's penalty brings him down to 7th place, with Richard in 8th, Asthma Frog in 9th. Flamingo Eagle rounding out the points in 10th. That was... oh, But that is, well...
Chat's going to be on fire tonight.
I think it is. When driver over that close, it's bound to happen. You're quite right. Kick Joseph. Well, that would have been two Aston Martins would be down for the night. So
good call.
That
good
is
call, Sangad. Good call.
tiring. Don't forget your screenshots, Padge. I know.
Oh,
I know. I would.
already got it. I'm just waiting.
The victory, mopping up the pieces there after chaos in the first sector of the final lap. Ross. Yeah, definitely surprised me in the second session there with that lap, but he did. Gotta love this glitch you're seeing on board at the moment.
Yeah, it said he was in
11.4 from Ross.
Yeah. That's weird.
Brilliant. For me, it said neutral.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So he's going very, very quickly for neutral.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Times are firing in and coming down big time. Joseph Hale's currently on pole with an 11.2. The provisional goes to him. 10.10's coming to the line. That looks like he may well have backed off and invalidated that one, I'd say. Smaller Smiley next through. 11.6, which by no means is slow. It's just these lot are making it look that. And look at that for the top 6 right now.
That's
0.2 of a second.
incredible. What we'll have to see.
Isn't that crazy? Tight left hand there. Was he on to turn 9? Looks like he's possibly left a little bit in the tank for that one. Through turn 4. It's looking tidy from Daniel.
I think this could be the new pole.
Could be. He's kept it clean. He keeps it on the track by a mile. He keeps it on the track in the last turn. Oh my! What a lap, Daniel.
Wow, brilliant lap.
I am lost for words. This is absolute insanity, Daniel. Incredible. Top run comes up to 6. 10.10. Oh. 11.1.
I think it take that right now. Absolutely nothing down 10.
Oh gosh. It often does this at the end of qualifying though, doesn't it? Just at the very end, just track seems to almost drop off or something. Smaller Smiley is about half a tenth up, but we'll need to find some even to get 9th from here. There's around the final turn. Oh wow!
Wow.
Brilliant lap, Smaller
Where
Smiley.
has that come from?
As I say, I think he was about half a tenth up out of the final set, or after the second sector.
What's
Made
John
a
gonna
massive amount of time in there. John there.
Oh.
And just beats him 0.006 of a second.
Oh, he did the same
Fifth
time
place,
Joseph
John.
as well.
Oh, Joseph did it first.
Yeah, I know all about that.
There we go. So it is the Red Bull of Daniel on pole for the second week running now. He's taking pole position by just over a tenth to 10.10.
For that 4
Miklos
tenths.
coming in for
Covered the top 10.
4.5 tenths
I don't think
between the
I've
whole
seen that
lot.
before.
That's crazy close as far as that goes. Brilliant lap from Smaller Smiley as well, it has to be said. So
Yeah.
jumping into 6th place, but obviously being literally 0.006 of a second off of 4th. No warning as always, still haven't fixed that. 5 red lights. And away we go for the race. 10.10 looked like he's got away well there. He's taken Daniel before the first turn. It looks to out-drag him into the lead. Joseph Hales up to third with Miklos, him swapping places. John's gone into the back of the Aston Martin. He's gone round after an impact on the outside. So John straight to the back. Let's see. We've then got Smaller Smiley with his great start up to 4th place. Ross is in 3rd. Wiggles up to 8th there. Let's say the Deton backwards there. I think the looks to get this move done, and with a better exit out of the last turn, seems to have it covered. Joseph has just gone fastest lap. Will Smaller look to defend. He has gone with him around the outside. Top Gun gets that move done. I imagine Smaller's probably running a little more wing. And the 10-10 getting away nicely, looking at about 2.5 second gap by the end of this lap, I would imagine, although losing a bit of time in turn 10. Oh, Miklos is round. Miklos is round, and I think that has been a collision. Ross has been caught in that. I think Ross has collected him, and that's a VSC. But Miklos spinning out the final corner. He's survived it. Ross has collected him on the racing line. The car didn't ghost in time, and he is out as a result. And that's a big race win contender. So, down towards turn 1 we go again with the DRS train, and Top Gun this time has got it done, and Smaller Smiley's having a bit of a look here. Looking to try and keep hold of deflated weed back there, but Top taking some softs to the end of the race. I don't know how good that decision is from Smaller Smiley. That's quite a loss of positions. Don't know if I'm a fan of that one. Top Gun is the one who is out. So this has helped the medium runners indeed. Medium runners here. Daniel and that guy could be in the mix for a race win, and Smaller Smiley, this is what you could have won. 10-10 goes. And away we go on there. John and Miklos look like they were almost side by side together as that started. But we are green again. And 10-10 leads us down towards turn 1. We've got John. Miklos is going backwards already. John has also dropped in. And Asthma Frog doing a nice move to get up to P7. So both these Ferraris doing really, really well in this one. Continue on. Deflated Weird side by side with John. Takes the inside line into turn 4. Smaller Smiley is lurking on those soft tyres, looking to get a move done. Just backs off a little bit. But Smaller Smiley's hung it out. And Smaller Smiley is round again on the outside of turn 5. Brilliant move from Smaller Smiley. We'll need to again. And Joseph Hales overtakes Richard for 4th. But we haven't got this battle on screen now. Miklos was the leading a gaggle of inclusive of Deflated Wee, Smaller Smiley, and John all the way through there. Deflated Wee and Miklos both touch. And both in the wall. Well, one in the wall. Deflated Wee glitched into the wall on my screen. But Miklos definitely in the wall. And not for the first time in this particular game. In this particular race. Daniel seems to have dropped that guy a bit, but not getting too much progress in terms of getting closer to 10-10. And DRS is now enabled, so you'll see that then obviously from 9 down to 10. Deflated Wee's into the pits, so I presume that is going to be for a new front wing and a new set of soft tyres, as Deflated overtakes that guy at the end here. It's getting a bit dark. That guy on those slightly more worn, slightly less grippy tyres. And there we go, now I can see some rain. Of course, this will help anyone who is probably on a soft tyre, I would presume, as long as it's not too worn out. But right now, call probably is to stick with what you've got, as fake Jeff would say. Nicely. Joseph not having that advantage really eaten into by Richard there. And sort of stabilising slightly again, but this is the only real DRS train we've got on at the moment. It'll help. Greg is through on Asma Frog is round, and that is such a shame for Asma Frog. That guy takes Richard. Richard down to 6th there. Smaller Smiley. One away from podium on track. Definitely mistake territory. It's treacherous. But for these dry runners, they only have to do about half a lap more. 10-10, leading Daniel home. DRS open on the Red Bull, but that will be the only chance he gets. You can see him feathering it through turns 10 and 11 there to try and keep hold. Back to podium battle, and that guy is all over the back once more of Smaller Smiley. It's looking more and more likely that a McLaren driver is going to get the podium, but for now 10-10 takes the victory. Daniel following him through in 2nd place, and Joseph on track getting 3rd, and Smaller Smiley coming 4th. But that guy, on the lack of penalties, comes in for the podium. The McLaren driver getting another one. It's Joseph Hales 4th, Smaller Smiley 5th, Richard 6th, John 7th, Greg through in 8th. Sun God in his first full-time race has taken 10th. This has been pipped by Miklos on penalties. Joseph and Daniel, of course, have had a bit of a comeback from there. On track were 2 and 3, and we're pretty much dead last out of obviously out of lap 1. So both of those had a brilliant comeback. But of course, 10-10 has dominated. Absolutely dominated. Barring that little bit behind the safety car when deflated, we didn't come in. Has led pretty much from start to finish. So a great display from 10-10, of course. Daniel recovering extremely well after that first lap incident, and that guy rounding out the podium. There we go. Ooh, getting as close to the wall as he dared. Might get a nice toll for Prev if he's feeling generous. Will get a nice toll for Prev, actually. That's really, really beneficial for Wiggles there, I would imagine. Let's see what happens much going into that final chicane. But no, he gets a really, really good tow through that first, or through that back straight. He takes a 10.5 to set the pace, which John subsequently beats by 3/10. 10-10, splitting the 2 on the timesheets with a 10.5. That guy obviously invalidated 1. Looks like he's invalidated that as well. Follow Flamingo Eagle through to the line. And let's see what Prev has got on the 2nd attempt. Lining up through towards the line, hitting about 204, so probably running a little less wing than some other drivers as he breaks into that final chicane. Pulls a 10.6. Tell you what, this is really good pace from Prev. I don't know where this has been all season, but it's absolutely brilliant. Let's follow Ross now. He'll be again nervously watching that energy bar. He's just nearly run out, and might run out before the line. Counting it down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, just about makes it. It's a bit away off the pace there, but looks like he's kept the exit nice and clean from the hairpin from turn 10. Comes then flying towards 13 and 14, invalidates the 2nd run for 10-10. Definitely going a bit aggressive through 5 and 6. And 7. Let's say through then 8 and 9, keeping it nicely between the lines. Just about what's the split time going to look like? A 41.5. He is nearly 6/10 up, approaching the final sector. Looking clean through the hairpin of turn 10. He barrels then up the hill, up that slight hill, towards the Wall of Champions. Will it catch him? He's kept it clean. He's kept it between the lines. Doesn't look like he's losing the car. Plenty of energy to the line. 10-10 into the 9s. And this is quicker than what we've had in practice. 109.8. It's a cracking lap from 10-10. Really, really good. And he could well have just knocked that American dream as Joseph joins him. 109.9. 6/100ths of a second away was Joseph there. And all of a sudden, John's going to need to find himself improving past the point at which he was at in practice to keep his own American dream alive of pole in Canada, pole on the turf next door. Now makes his way out of the pits with just about 3 minutes to go in, he's just got that worldy lap sat in some old dusty chest at the back of his, back of his brain somewhere. As let's see Ross going through off towards the line. What can he do? 3rd place, 10.1, and the track looks like it's ramping up big time. And let's follow John round for a lap, because this could potentially be the lap of a pole sitter. The American will have to do it the hard way, though. We'll have to improve by nigh on 4/10ths to get the pole, thanks to a brilliant lap from 10-10. Is purple of those on track in the first sector, keeping it nice and clean on there. Possibly a little bit wide through the exit of the chicane at turn 8 and 9. Filing down to 10 is on 41.7, which is a couple of tenths down on what 10-10 was on. Going to depend on what the setups are here, though, what sort of wings he's got on. As this is all in the setup from here. Setup and guts. Following through towards the Wall of Champions. Just about uses as much as he can get away with. And John goes fastest and has put 5/10ths improvement on that lap. The American dream is alive for him. The Haas is going to take the pole unless somebody pulls an absolute miracle. You have got 10-10 on track to start a lap. Joseph has left the session, so and his hemorrhoid snacks. No, his hemorrhoid wiggles there, sorry. Again, was getting a really kind of nice toe through there, Wiggles. Looks like he's been offering money for toes, but into the 9s again. He through the final part of the session then. Obviously, John takes pole. Going from 10-10, Joseph, Wiggles, Ross, Deflated, Trev, that guy, Snacks, and Flamingo Eagle. Red lights are alight and they are out, and off we go for round 9 of the NA tier. And instantly, obviously, Joseph has gone backwards as we would expect. It was side by side with the Williams drivers. John's got away exceptionally well, and Deflated's trying a quick one around the outside. We've had Padge go backwards on this one, but besides that, they appear to have been relatively well behaved. I say the catch Prev cutting the chicane. We have got Kimmy backwards. Kimmy in the wall out of the chicane there. Padge looked like he might have been in the walls, and obviously Adam is down there too. It's a good start for John. It's a brilliant start for John, I would say. With lap 2, they are in their own race. You've then got Deflated lining up Ross towards the chicane, takes the inside line. Ross hasn't backed out. Ross has clunked it along the inside of the chicane. I think a wise move would have been back out. He's absolutely clunked it through the chicane. Deflated makes the position too, but didn't manage that there. Damon's first into the Steward's little black book for, yeah, so to say, behind Deflated now. Plenty of cars on that one. It's a trolley train of sorts. Oh, and that's Ross. That is Ross. Ross is round. Ross is round. Ross is fat for the night. That is a big moment in that particular battle. Ross went round. Joseph Hales must have got a penalty. I think he went straight on, possibly to avoid him. Season so far. Here we go, back down the straight towards turn 13, and Wiggles, I think, might have Deflated done on pure straight line speed there with the DRS. So, Deflated will obviously, well, he's dumped the battery by the looks of it. It was getting closer to Wiggles, but Joseph has gotten the inside there. There's a touch, and I don't know how big that touch was, but it meant that Deflated started to take Joseph Hales just away from the turn 2 apex. He's cut turn 3 a little bit there. Hasn't got DRS. It's Joseph Hales will take him again. Just driving straight round him on that chicane there. And that is Wiggles. That is Wiggles. Wiggles has come off at Champions Wall. And that car is without a front wing for a whole lap now. So both the Williams have had a mistake now. Both of them have ended up back in that midfield. And they're using as much of that track as they can get there. Deflated's come off. Deflated's gone far too deep into turn 8. Not been able to get through to turn 9 as a result. That guy did seem to go quite deep in as well. I wonder whether he'll have been, been set up quite nicely there. 10-10 looks a little bit closer to John again. It dives into the pits. 10-10 in. I would presume this is going to be for a hard tyre, and this to try and undercut. See what he puts on the car. That is another set of mediums. Medium, medium, soft for 10-10. There's a slightly alternate strategy there then to the back of the Aston Martin. Goes to the side. You can see him in the mirrors. And 10-10 makes his way through again in that Mercedes. There. And 10-10 is reeling in John. You need the Jaws theme for this one. The American again will soon be seeing that black arrow in gap to stand a chance. Within the second now, will have DRS on the next tour. He's got DRS on this one. As John dives into the pits. I think he's forced 10-10's hand there. Or 10-10's forced his hand. I don't think had really any other option but to come in and do that. But comes down to the moisture that is about to fall from the air. John has taken 10-10. 10-10's come in for softs. Clearly doesn't believe the rain is going to be that much of a factor. He's had to chance it, to be fair. Those are the softs that are then 2 laps newer. So may fare a little bit better towards the end of the race, but he's going to need to use every bit of that tyre to find a way through on John as Ross and Prev are side by side through turns 3, 4 and 5. Ross just about squeezing Prev out. A really, really good battle there. A little bit of wheel banging, but I don't mind that. There's nothing malicious between the two of them. A better chance depending on the exit through turn 10. Goes to the inside there, 10-10, to try and get him off the line. And he's done it. 10-10's pulled the move. 10-10's pulled the move down the inside of turn 10. 10-10 at turn 10. Taking the lead of this Canadian Grand Prix. Can he hold it? He's got the DRS to get away from John. We'll have it again on the start-finish straight as well. And this is all that 10-10 needs to do. Drive the car quickly. by the Black Arrow. 3.1, and 10-10 with this would have the win. Keep it on the track and keep it between the lines. 10-10. He's probably just got a track limits penalty on that one. A little bit of an encouragement on the inside of turn 9. The American dream as it is off for John. Wouldn't have wanted to come closer than that with a win at stake. He's firing it down that last straight now. These last couple of straights. Just got to keep it off of the curbs at the Wall of Champions. Don't let the Wall of Champions claim him now. On board to see 10-10 through the final chicane, and he will take the victory at Canada. He will take it from a gap of 1.3 seconds down to John. So even with the penalty, 10-10 with a cracking strategy call takes the victory there. Deflated will come through to round out the podium in third. There's a really, really nice race from Deflated or in there. Joseph comes in for fourth. Much to the dismay of his fans, I would imagine. That guy is fifth. Ross comes through in sixth with Prev close in tow. Just nicks him, Prev, on penalties. As does Smaller Smiley as well. Prev into sixth for a best result of the season. Well raced by Prev there. Ross comes home in eighth, of course, then with that penalty. And you're going to have Flamingo Eagle in ninth. As long as he doesn't do anything silly from here. That was the snacks. Nice front wing snacks. And Padge will come home for the 10th position. Running right through that front wing. There we go. All the way through. Still had a bit to do even after that second pit stop, 10-10. With a brilliant run towards that one. And an absolute fantastic victory for the Scotsman. I think that champagne moment is well earned. And 10-10 there. It's the Mercedes driver taking the second victory in as many races there. 10-10 wins from second on the grid with the two-stop strategy. Lap as well for the full complement of points. John in second and Deflated Wee rounding out the podium in lights again. It's 5 red lights. Long hold and they are away. 250th race is started here. John got a cracking start in it up the inside of Joseph Hales. Nice and clean and easy for him into turn 1 there. A little bit of battling going on back behind there. Top Gun trying to gain some positions. Joseph having a look back at John. Bit more straight line speed on the Aston Martin, but John holding it to the inside. Deflated Wee. Cracking exit through the inside of turn 3 there. Holding off, trying to cut back, almost cutting the whole lot back. Joseph and Deflated will contest into turn 4. Not wholly there, but Deflated goes through and keeps the lead. We've got 10-10 and Deton. 10-10 already made it up to 8th place. The race start. Smaller Smiley taking fastest lap. Yes, Joseph Hales. We'll have to pray that John will be nice to him again. Joseph looking more, has his eye on Deflated Wee. Close for the DRS zone there. Deflated holds it off. John is bearing down on the two of them here. He's going for Joseph to the inside of turn 4. Fast driver holding it on the inside line. They are side by side. Hasn't quite made it stick yet. Joseph throws it to the inside of turn 6 and just about keeps that position. So vehicle collision gone on. Okay. And Richard and 10-10 is that. That looks like it's the two Mercedes teammates come together. Oh my. The two Mercs. I feel like we've seen that in Austria before. Top Gun right into things. You could see a four-way battle for the lead in a moment or two. This is insanity. Deaton, I think there is off. Have a quick look. Yeah, that seems to have gone off in around turn 8. But back to the lead. So that is Joseph through on deflated. That is stage 1. So through to turn 3, Joseph leads. Will he be dumping his battery to try and keep it? It looks like he has. And deflated slots in just inside. There's Top Gun going for a move, and he spun himself round. Top Gun spun himself round. Bit of an ambitious one down the side of John. Sprint laps, and now 13 Grand Prix laps. As the Haas dives towards the pits. And John comes in for the early stop. That guy inherits third place, runs a little bit wide. And Prev again under the radar. Is he brilliant in this race weekend so far? Really, really good there. And pulls the move on that guy to the inside of turn 3. So I do wonder right now whether this is possibly just Joseph backing off and holding off until the stop. To come in. A little bit of a ragged way to come into the pits, but ooh, looked like it came in awfully hot there. Just about got it stopped of where Joseph is. Looking at a 2-stop strategy for John. Unless it's an absolute miracle worker and gets these to the end of the race, but Joseph Hales pops out right in front of that sort of long train behind Sun God there on the Alfa Romeo. And of course, as we said, John goes blitzing through on the softs. That we expected. This is the battle we're looking at. How has Joseph done on that warm-up lap? He's done well enough for now. Comes out ahead of deflated Wee. There will be the DRS factor, of course, down this straight towards turn 4 to look at. Joseph is going to have to just cling to the back of deflated like his life depends on it if he's got any chance of taking a victory in this race. Brilliant there, and I say that guy and Prev still going at it. Towards turn 3, Prev just files in behind, focusing on exit there, I would imagine the AlphaTauri driver. Seems to have been parked on the apex really by that guy, so couldn't get as much purchase on that exit as it'd have liked. Good Prev. I'll try and keep it in. John again sending it and almost giving it a bit too much. He's turn 6 now. And they go side by side in there. Prev really hasn't got the grip to fight this, has he? And so it proves. John makes it through on those soft tyres. There we go, John. Coming into the pits. This is going to need a heck of a second stint for him to stand a chance. Got to be soft tyres, you'd imagine, for the Haas driver. Soft it is, and a fresh set at that. 6 seconds for Small Smiley, and we are on a VSC. We have got a Mercedes, which was not facing the right way there. I only assume has collided with something. A VSC has been deployed here, and that will be absolutely gutting for John, I know. Then all of one racing lap on that soft tyre, actually. But of course, on track, it's not transpired that way. As Top Gun and that guy fighting it out with John also to the inside of that guy now, taking 5th place straight off that guy. That's 2 positions gone in a matter of as many corners there for that guy as John has a look towards the back of Top Gun now. Might have to sit and live with it for another half a lap or so. Starting to feel it a little bit now. Use every element of this to try and set him up. And he's gone for it, Joseph. Oh, definitely had a look. It looked like he was about to send it to the inside in turn 3. And on the last tour of the circuit here, I don't think Joseph Hales has really got enough left to close it in, but Wiggles will also be having a look for that second step of the podium, at least on track. No track limits penalties between the two of Deflated and Joseph. And that's a good exit from Deflated on that one. Joseph, again, as has been the story of this one, not able to properly give it a go. Top Gun has just taken John as well. What has turned out to be a calamitous strategy choice from John. But we are on the way towards the line. The Alfa Romeo's held firm today. Deflated, just holding it off. Wiggles got close in tow. Joseph gave it a go. But the 250th race winner in IIRL is Deflated Wee. It is Joseph Hales to take second place and Wiggles third. Top Gun fourth, John 5th, and that guy 6th. And as I say, those three again obviously close together on there. But John possibly throwing away more than a chance at a victory there. Trev comes in for 7th place. That Red Bull spun on the line. Smaller Smiley comes through to take the fastest lap in 8th. And Flamingo Eagle and Jay Clates should be the ones to round out the top 10. The two Alpines both getting in the points. A couple more laps could have challenged the both of these as well. And well done to the top 3. Well done to anyone who finished that race without any track limits penalties. Again, 2 of the top 3 plus Jay Clates. The breathless race and that sprint was a spectacle definitely between us as well. But the results of the race are in. And it was Deflated who took the win from 3rd on the grid. Wiggles coming up really nicely to take this final podium spot from 10th. Joseph comes round through their corner through left field. Gets it as wide as he possibly can on the exit. Hugs the inside at Woodcock, comes up towards Copse, keeping it in 7th again, revving it all the way down. Nice and controlled through Copse, not overcooking it. The bite through Beckett's there. Towards the DRS zone is a 10th up, and that is more than what he needs. He's not going to want to lose too much time, obviously, on this last part. Good entry to Stowe, just about hanging it onto track limits there. And throwing it into Vale now. Not touching the curb too much on exit. The lap that 10:10 has set is a 25.0. Oh my word. 10:10. Incredible. Top Gun may well have backed out of his. Top Gun's gone in the pits there. A little bit of traffic at the end of the Hanger straight. So Joseph Hales is going to have a chance to beat it. Straddling the curbs on the way. That's not going to help. And improves and goes top by 0.005 of a second. That's incredible. 0.005 of a second. John's going to be next through. John up to 3rd on 25.4. Those two at the top have made that look pretty ordinary. As TD, wow. TD. That is crazy. Give the Yorkshireman a round of applause, everyone. That is incredible. That is brilliant. 25-3 to put himself up onto the second row. These F1 World Cars doing wonders for TD there. What a cracking lap that is. Absolutely brilliant. Second. TD, as I said, has got a real chance in this one. All of a sudden. Brilliant lap from him there. Putting it above John. To get everything started, and there we go. We are on the grid. 4 and 5 red lights. And we are away for the British Grand Prix in IIRL. It's a good start from Joseph Hales there. Looking to keep hold of the lead early on. Looks like he's stayed well ahead there. Deflated seems to have come off. And John and TD's round. TD! Oh no! What's happened, TD? No! Seems to be back there with a couple of other cars. Top Gun, I think, has been involved in that as well. That is... No! That is unbelievable. At the beginning of the race, TD's chances of a win or even a podium have been shot. And IIRL stats reliably informing the 26.490 is a lap record round here for racing. So if we hit that, we have a record. Kimi is off. Kimi is off for an adventure into the gravel over the last corner club there, and been given, well, a game penalty for that. TD and Deaton having a little bit of a ding-dong here. TD getting a brilliant move done on Deaton there through the loop. So I was going to say that penalty probably will come off for Top Gun if there's a chance to have another look at Joseph, and he's gone for it. To the inside at Brooklands, and the move is done just through the corner. 10-10 takes the lead of this race. Joseph led 6 complete laps, and on the 7th day, Joseph's car said we'll have a rest. Working for TD at the minute. At the top, there's still Linus Stern. Let's have a look at... Oh, Smaller Smiley, that's not a good time. Smaller Smiley round at Brooklands. Unsure of whether there was any influence on that. But TD again jumps up a position, still with Deaton in tow. That's if you're going down the straight. And we have a change for the lead. Joseph taking 10-10 on the run to Stowe while all that goes on. Taking the lead back. Joseph fan club will be happy. Joseph will be happy himself. 10-10 won't be. As John dives into the pits. John the first one to go. We'll look to undercut the leaders on a nice new shiny set of medium tyres. It's following a turbulent wake, but should be able to have more than a look, I would imagine, down towards Stowe. Is he going to try it? He's sat right in the gearbox of Joseph Hales. Will he come in? Both of them come in. And Joseph hasn't got it slowed down enough. That's a 5-second penalty for Joseph. Oh, wow. That could be the thing that changes the course of this race. It's been a cracking run to that point for Joseph Hales, but he, along with Daniel, has ended up with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. This race, obviously that guy in Flamingo Eagle ahead now. And John has cleared Joseph by nearly a second. John will just be hoping that Joseph can prove a bit of a cork in the bottle now, because realistically, Joseph is going to have to do quite a lot to try and win this, but if he can hold up 10-10 a bit, that will definitely be a benefit to the American, who could take the victory on British soil. It will mean that John will come through and will take the lead. Joseph Hales has just posted fastest lap there. Certainly got much closer to John on this this particular lap. Bidwell has just been overtaken by Daniel and deflated. Might just squeeze out ahead of D-Bomb if he's lucky, and has. I just want to get those tyres warmed up, and that is deflated wee round. And coming on, and you know, coming on and joining up with Greg there in the Audi livery on a rather good points finish. We have Joseph in the lead. He had taken position from John, but that will be given back, I would imagine, by force at the end of the Hanger Straight. Coming towards Stowe, gets it done rather nice and easily, the American, to get himself back ahead of Joseph. And again, inhaling all those fumes. They'll be smelling the back of that car. And they're 3. Oh, 10-10. Knocking wheels with Joseph Hales there. Came steaming in on the inside. And that's knocked Joseph Hales off of line. They were almost 3 wide into Brooklands. And that is the lap that it's happened in terms of a flashpoint in this race. On the Wellington Straight. Reminds me of exactly the place where we saw the Nutter on the track. And Daniel, Susan and Flamingo Eagle changing places again, this time through Stowe. Daniel possibly running a little bit of a more Silverstone friendly setup. Seems to have just a little less downforce on the battle for the lead on the final lap. It is like watching Singapore again. Except one of them doesn't stick it in a wall, hopefully. Oh, 10-10, darting, looking for the inside of Kopp's corner to pull a final lap move. Might have to just sit with it for Maggots and Beckett's. John looking to maximise his exit out of here. Can he keep it ahead of 10-10 for just one more straight? Let's get on board with 10-10. He's catching. He's round the outside towards Stowe. How late is John going to be on the brakes? Not late enough. And on the final lap, at Stowe corner, 10-10 takes the lead of the British Grand Prix. John sends it to the inside for the final lap. And they come through together, side by side, touching. But 10-10, by 44 thousandths of a second, takes the victory as they spin each other on the line. Joseph comes in for a safe 3rd place, but these two, they've hit each other on the final corner. They've spun round, and 10-10 has won it pretty much on the way that they spun. Incredible scenes on the final lap there. Deflated is out. And what on earth is going on? There's cars everywhere. There's cars absolutely everywhere. I'm trying to... Oh, wow. Okay. There's bits and pieces of car flying absolutely everywhere. I think we had a couple spin. We've got one that's... unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable finish to that race. It is 10-10 who eventually takes the cake and the gold trophy for champion driver. But the Scotsman wins on English soil on the Staffordshire Northamptonshire border here, and also takes the fastest lap for the clean 26-point sweep, and £20 from Rids, the first £20 of the week out there. Enough ready to go. Here go the lights. 5 red lights, and away we go for this Belgian Grand Prix. 10-10 gets a good start and cuts off the line from Ryan. No such flying starts like we saw from Joseph in the sprint. It looks like Ryan has held on to second just about. Being deflated, going side by side. 10-10 looks to be getting away a little bit though. Deflated. Gets that position from Ryan, wrestles it from the McLaren early on. Trev and Novi swapping back there, but we have Deflated being tailed by Ryan and from John as well. As that Haas goes through, but Ryan looking to hold it, just goes a little bit wide through the second part of Lecom and loses it through Malmedy to John. Good progress early on from the American. Well, Smiley looking now down the inside. Ryan obviously just hasn't quite got those tyres lit up to begin with in the early part of this race. He is Smaller Smiley's hunting down that Haas. Looking further back through the pack there, TD has finally dispatched Prev. Ryan has managed to get through Deflated before he's rejoined there, and Joseph almost welcomes him back. He's gone side by side through the long right hand. There's a touch, and Joseph has been welcomed back. He is retired, he is out, and that is a VSC. It's a crazy little move. I suppose it was on with Deflated having only just regained control of the car, but it's a bit of a shock to the system for the Alfa Romeo driver, no doubt, to have a car down the side of him at that particular corner on the track. Real chance to get past him for second place here. See just what he can produce. Good exit through Radion. He should have this done fairly early on. Smaller Smiley blitzes the Haas. Really running some slightly lower wings there, I would imagine. As the smaller Smiley, good pass there, gets that bit done just after the VSC this time. Flamingo Eagle and Sun God quite close together, and Prev is out. Prev is out of the session. And we have a safety car just as that guy was about to take Jay Clates down the Kemmel Straight. I think that's gone at Les Combes, and that is a full course safety car. It's as does the rest of the field by the looks of it. John, Smaller Smiley, Ryan, Deflated all in. TD's got the pick of the pit box. He's coming as well. Novi in. Greg stays out. On those hard tyres, would have expected that there. Novi is in. Flamingo Eagles stayed out because it's his teammate. No tyre warming or anything going on from a little bit there from the AlphaTauri to get himself going, but the pace is reasonably quick, and as I say, he has left 10-10 rather far behind. He's dropped it, and away we go. He's already built a second to 10-10. So from the exit of bus stop, 10-10 is getting it back. Greg has done well on his restart there, definitely on those old hard tyres. He's done exactly what he would have wanted to have done. Left a nice big gap back to 10-10 and John. And I hope that those two fight it out a little bit before they get to him. Though there's clearly so much more grip. Smaller Smiley manages to dispatch Flamingo Eagle, and Ryan's going to give it a go as well. They come through, definitely good move there. Deflated's going to be next up to try and round the outside. And he's managed it around the outside of Malmedy and TD as well. Flamingo Eagle has had it in reverse since that restart. Feel very, very slow for him through Eau Rouge and Radion. Right at the back of that AlphaTauri as we have a battle for the lead going on. John and 10-10 side by side toward Les Combes. 10-10 later on the brakes, rides it through. John's got a little bit skiddy on the curbs there. I think has possibly bottomed out slightly on that slope. Ended up not quite taking the lead, but that was a chance there for the Haas driver. TD has taken Deflated, gone up to 5th place there, and he's on the charge. Will be looking next at the back of Smaller Smiley. Out, and that is another full safety car. Another full safety car on track. Burnt Mylander won't make it out. Sun God comes in and is caught speeding in the pit lane, but he won't make it out before John comes through. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see what goes on here. The pits come the drivers. 10-10's got a penalty for speeding in the pits, and that could be race defining. The Scotsman has come in too hot. John has gone and he has dropped 10-10 a bit there. Again, that's an absolutely ideal safety car restart for the Americans as we get going again. 7/10 already in it as we file through toward La Source. Now going down the Camel straight. We do have that guy and Sun God changing positions. And we have Ryan behind TD now. TD has got the move done for third place, net second. We have 3/10 between these two drivers in the lead two positions going up the hill and up toward the Camel straight. 10-10 pulls up alongside John and rifles past him for the lead. And Ryan, oh, sending it deep into their comm. Nearly getting the move done on TD, but TD holding it around the outside. I don't think he was expecting a move quite like that from Ryan. TD, speaking of the devil, is being passed around the outside of Blanchimont. Oh, big skid in there from TD. Halfway through the corner, big skid in his pants as well, no doubt, I'd imagine. That's the kind of moment that makes you take a bite out of your seat. That he's slid at 180 odd mile an hour through Blanchimont. That would have been a scary, scary little moment. And we have John and 10-10 trading again. Somewhat inevitable now, this, isn't it? Lead change every single lap down the Camel straight. Ryan and TD. And obviously Ryan ceding position to TD again. And that guy Greg also changing positions. Takes a wide line through the right-hander. We're going to have Smaller Smiley having a go at TD. And Smaller Smiley takes position on track. John and 10-10 coming to the line now. And John will take the victory here in Belgium. For another one for the American. 10-10 comes through in second on track. And Ryan isn't close enough to move anything around. Well, I'll tell you who is. Smaller Smiley takes the podium from TD and from Ryan. Third place for the Ferrari driver. Deflated fourth after a couple of disconnections in the race. TD fifth and Ryan sixth, with quite a lot of penalties added for Ryan. Novi in seventh, Greg in eighth. Sun God came in ninth place there. He's around him to take a podium position. And it is John. Or him's a staff member who has taken the win tonight. Oh, raced by everyone who's obviously finished that there. Bit of a battle in the end of it, and Jay Clates has ended up taking a point from that as well, by the way. Bit of a curve in turn 12, not a lot of exit curb, you don't always want that there. Not flat enough on this game to really get an advantage on, and it takes as much curb as you can get away with through the second to last turn. Up to the line, Prev sets the pace on a 109.6 and is quickly dethroned by Ryan, who is into the 108s. The 108.9. Joseph is then next up, and 10-10's next up. Time's falling again. 108.5 is the pace at the moment from 10-10 with a stonking lap in there. John pops himself up. It's only good enough for third with a 108.8. Top Gun's moved up the field. 108.8 again. That guy jumps on the end. I think that would have been a warm-up. And Deflated with a 108.9. Again, you could chuck a blanket over anywhere from third down to seventh. Powering on is the driver in the Red Bull. And take a good chunk of exit curb on the way out. A short line to the start finish, and up to second place there with Top Gun for now. Jumps Joseph by 14 thousandths of a second. Joseph Hales is on his way through turn 12 at the moment. It's the closest competitor to 10-10 within the first run as John goes up to a 108.6. Currently a provisional second. Will Joseph snatch that off him? He won't. There's a minuscule improvement from Joseph Hales. Jumps him above Top Gun back into third position, but doesn't manage to get as far as the Haas in second. Deflated Wee still on track at the moment, but he's backed well and truly off of that. He'll be off into the pits. That's it's at least giving it a little bit of hope, hopefully there. But the 10-10 tops all 3 sessions and goes into pole position for the Grand Prix in a few minutes' time there. John takes second place. A gap of nearly 3/10 between himself and the Scotsman means there's definite improvement that he can make on this track. And 10-10, he is absolutely blitzing the competition around here. Joseph Hales is third with Top Gun, the Greek, in fourth. Daniel in the sister Red Bull, 5th place. Deflated 5 red lights. And we are away for the Dutch Grand Prix. 10-10 with a storming start. John definitely not with that. And Joseph Hales might look to send it around the outside. There's plenty going on as we go towards the back of the field. And Angry Corgi has stayed relatively low in 18th there. And Joseph Hales has slipped round the side of John. But John looking for a move on the outside through Hugenholtzbach. Back turn 3. Doesn't manage to do it and filters back in behind Joseph. It's a relatively well-behaved start between the lot, bar Sun God, who has gone backwards. Looks like he's had an off, possibly out of turn 3 into turn 4, possibly there. In 12 now as we have an Aston Martin round of that's TD. And the featured driver with a half spin into turn 11, not managing to really make as much ground as he'd liked with that. Keep it up for 36 laps, but he looks like he means business and looks towards the inside of turn 3. Nothing doing there. Got very, very close to the back of 10-10. Will he be being held up near the Matteo by the Scotsman? Will there be anything doing to the inside? Oh my goodness. Turn 7 very close. And there is Deflated Wee now in the picture as Joseph Hales suddenly moves up one. Had the Haas all the way over the back of that car. Oh, contact with Deflated Wee and Joseph Hales there. Deflated into a half spin. I think John has ceded position back to Deflated Wee by the looks of that. Another flashpoint in the Joseph Hales Deflated Wee duel, especially after last week. Bahrain forming behind him. That guy and Novi both following him on through. That was spin. Did catch a spin. It's that guy. That guy is round. That guy gets to be fat this week. With the back of John. Top Gun and 10-10 side by side through turn 10. And Top Gun, I think that's as close as he's been to taking the lead in this race. He's still keeping up side by side, and he goes ahead of 10-10 for the moment. Keeps it to the inside of turn 12. They are still side by side, and Top Gun's round. Top Gun goes round. Don't know whether he's maybe just tried to get on the throttle a little bit quickly there. So we're on the heli cam, so you can't quite tell whether there was contact, but they did look far enough apart. And Top Gun will have it all to do again, and that is so unlucky for him. Will John or Deflated get a look at one another? Will they both get a look at Joseph down the straight here? Joseph currently with the Haas for company goes to the inside. And Deflated just trying to, I think, follow him through. John's just about got the move done. Joseph a little bit on the grass. Not clean enough from John. Had more than enough space to the Aston Martin. Lap 13. Oh! A half spin from Joseph, and he's been collected by Deflated Wee out of absolutely nothing. We have contact between those two. Looks like just an innocent spin from Joseph there, but as a result has ended up collecting Deflated Wee, and Deflated has lost the position to Ryan, opportunistic from the Williams driver. A 4th place for him. He had Joseph Hale's the next target, looking at a podium now as Ryan goes right up against the pit wall to try and get this one done, down the inside into Tarzan, and makes it nice and easy there. Nicely late on the brakes, carrying a good speed through that corner and getting himself that final podium position. Any of the lead group, I wonder. Of course, it is a fresh set of intermediates for the Alfa Romeo. He's come in, nice slick stop on there. It filters through. Quite a long way back by the looks of it. And he's come out Top Gun right alongside Prev, which is good if he can dispatch him through turn 3. Side by side, and better exit on the newer tyres for Top Gun. As I said, with that spin, has ended up a little bit further down the field than he'd like, but I think he will dispatch Novi rather quickly and easily as the Alpine comes into the pits. But we have got 10-10 through the pit. We have had Joseph Hales through the pit as well. 10-10 is out, a couple of seconds behind Deflated Wee at the moment. BSC. There has been an off somewhere. That is a Haas, I think, of Adam. And he looks like he is off without a front wing to show for it as well. And those two. Deflated torpedoing it around. Turn 1. 10-10 is going to be close. And of course, you might have Top Gun have a look. 10-10 is going to be the one to try and make a move. Looks toward the outside. Jumps back on the switch back there. Deflated hung out to dry by that one. Went in to defend the outside. And couldn't cut off the Scotsman as he came under in turn 1. 10-10 takes the lead back in this race, and now it's going to be Top Gun's turn to have a go at Deflated in a few moments' time, you'd imagine. Pushing in there, Top Gun has gone to the inside of 9. And he's got it done, has he? Well, he managed to keep it in. Outside line's usually a better exit through here. And Top Gun manages just to flatten it out really, really well. And keeps himself going. John is going to be next up, looking for a pass on that Alfa Romeo. Very, very close between the two here. John not going to look for the Top Gun move into turn 7, but Deflated looks like he's had a little bit of a slip through there and has lost a couple of positions as a result. Just saw him jump in. I don't know whether he's maybe jumped on the throttle again a little bit early. Slip mid-corner. He's lost 2 positions to that. Very last lap of the race. 10-10 breaks the toe, goes to the middle of the track, drifting around side to side, and Top Gun not close enough to make that move. Although behind him, Ryan has had a go at John and has come off slightly worse as a result. Caught a little bit of a half spin, a bit of contact with the back of the Haas. That was Ryan's chance to grab a podium, and he hasn't managed to do it. Had to be an all or nothing move for him, really. Top Gun, if he is very, very good and very, very lucky, may get a last go toward turn 10, 11, 12, that sort of run. But this is going to be a race all the way to the line. Joseph Hales, by the way, fastest lap with 18.2. How's the exit, Top Gun? So we come on through turn 12, and again that Red Bull stapled to the back of the Mercedes. Top Gun has given it a brilliant go in this race. He's going to try and out-drag him to a line even, but it will be 10-10 who takes the victory in Zandvoort in a thrilling race, with Top Gun coming through second, John in third, and Ryan managing to keep up well with that Haas to take 4th place. A 4-way battle with the lead. 10-10 still takes the victory. A thrilling Grand Prix, and Top Gun's kept him honest and kept him under pressure all race long. So congratulations to 10-10. Joseph Hales with the fastest lap in 6th, 7th Novi 8th. That guy will come through in 9th. Flamingo Eagle is 10th on track at the moment with Sungod close in tow, but Sungod won't manage to get that final point. Of course, it's also been a brilliant effort from these drivers on the podium, especially those on the top 2, as I say. John and Top Gun providing some brilliant, 10-10 Top Gun, sorry, providing some brilliant entertainment in that battle, but 10-10 in the end, managing not to cede position and keeping himself on that top, on course to that top step of the podium, and on course currently for the championship. Of course, it's far from done yet, but the championship leader takes another victory in Zandvoort. Doesn't get the full complement of points. Joseph Hales takes the fastest lap for him to be
Joseph Hales comes across the line. I didn't put the a 28.5. So there goes, certainly our benchmark set. John 28.6. Almost exactly a 10th behind. Deflated. 28.9. And there's a 28.3 from 10-10. Setting the new benchmark. Ryan 29.6 and Podge at 30.9. Flamingo got 31 dead. And now we at 29.9. But TD and Smaller Smiley yet to set laps. TD must have invalidated his first lap. So we'll watch Smiley to see how his lap unfolds. As he's got 2 corners left. P5. There's quite a big gap there between Deflated and Ryan there, and Smiley waltzes straight down. Yeah, that top 4 have a good gap between John and the rest. He certainly hasn't hung about. That's a 10th up in the first sector already. But more progress needs to be made. I'm sure he would at the very least like to start in the front row as well. And so that 10th could be important in that regard. How was that sector? Yeah, it looked like he lost a little bit of time in there. Didn't look the cleanest. He's a little bit down. So one sector is all that John's got to make a difference. And he does find a 10th and a half. It is enough for second place at this moment. He has not been able to beat 10-10's time. Can he extend his lead over everyone else? Move the goalposts. And he does a 28 flat. Joseph, it didn't look like it was an improvement. Smaller Smiley has crossed the line. P5 still. And Joseph invalidates on the last corner. It wasn't an improvement anyway. Deflated do anything to upset the order? No, he cannot. Ryan takes P5, a nice 28-9. And TT goes P7 after invalidating his first attempt. Didn't get that on the board. They might be quite happy with that. Under pressure. But there we go. 10-10. Absolutely knocking out the park in qualifying. 4 tenths ahead of John and Joseph. Just couldn't find it on that last lap. Can't see any of the right hand side of the grid. There we go, that's a better view as we are away. Good start from 10-10. John under pressure. Those two drivers on the hards got good starts. John on the mediums did not particularly, but John is going to lose that place by the looks of it. And there was he pushed, he squeezed against the wall, but he loses out to Wee and Ryan. Look at this. 5 drivers covering barely any space. A couple of drivers running wide. But up front, 10-10 still leads the way. Ryan. I should have gone the other way. Ryan's had a spin on the bridge. So that's quite a good qualifying by my reckoning, but that's sort of thrown that away. And Flamingo Eagle in 15th. Also another driver from Q2. But drivers will be looking to stay within DRS zones. But even without DRS, Deflated Wee up the inside of Joseph Ailes. A little push off the track. Oh, 3 side by side. That is not... Yeah, that would not end well. So John retakes P2. Deflated and Joseph side by side round there. And Smaller Smiley. Just watching. And TD's there as well. Keeping up with this. I would say lead group, but the lead group is a car of 1 is 10-10 is 3.4 seconds in the lead already. That's what all the battling has done. It is up. And he is close enough. Is Joseph going to defend? He is not. He's just going to take the racing line. And there's contact. Now another straight no DRS on this one. But Smaller has the inside line. And does take P4. But also up ahead, what can Joseph do? 1 Ferrari under attack, 1 possibly making the attack. But I don't think he's going to have enough straight. And Top Gun did get that move done very easily. Smaller is a sitting duck to potentially 2 cars here. Ooh. Which was a late move, but Top Gun's going around the outside. Does keep it in the white lines. It was good driving from both, to be fair. Smiley gave him the space, didn't push him off track. But here comes Top Gun. This is the right time for the move. And nothing Joseph can do about that. All he can do following that is try and stay behind him and use that DRS. Where will he come out onto the track though? Smiley's into the pits as well. And now right in front of Ryan's 10-10. That could be quite big come the end of the race. A 3-second penalty for the race leader, because that was a disaster. And we've got, I was going to say John just about to go past or come up to the back of Joseph, but Joseph ducks into the pits before that battle can happen. Pits. Our race leader is in the pits. But he is carrying that 3-second penalty. Will that come back to bite him? Lapped. And we've got Smiley spinning it on the bridge. That is an Austin Powers moment if ever I see one. Lost a lot of time there. Any damage? Yes. Clearly front wing damage. This was once again the battle for lead. 10-10 looking to retake what was his before all the pit stops. He had it from pole. Took off on the first lap and a half to 3.5 second lead. It fell to 2.5 seconds or so and he maintained that. John's on softs. Maybe I should have kept the tyres on. But John is going to be rapid, but are these tyres going to last long enough? Deflated in P5. It's got 13 seconds or so to catch up with Joseph. Top of his very nice overtaken earlier in the race has really paid off. And we've got a safety car. We have got a safety car. What have we got a safety car for? Is in the pits as you would expect. It's going to be softs all round. Everyone's going to pit. Both tyre wise. Deflated. Deflated to bring out the safety car. He's getting a new wing. He has got damage. So that is going to cost him. 10-10 slows it right down. The safety car is in the pit lane. 10-10's gone. He needs to build up a 3-second gap in 2 laps. Corgi is definitely a buffer there. Now John can get past him. Corgi's not really doing any favours. Really should just be getting out of the way. And Sun God had a spin on the restart. What is going to happen? Deflated. And Joseph. Chaotic TD up to P5 ahead of his teammate who got contact. But it looks like everyone survived. That looks like it could have been a lot worse. There's battle up front. Here we go. Only a handful of corners left. 10-10 knows what's coming. He's going to win it. He's going to come across the line first on track, but he's not going to win this race. 1.8 seconds. 1.9 is just not enough. John wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Top Gun 16th to 2nd. 10-10 holds on. Ryan, very nice P4. TD, solid P5 ahead of his teammate Joseph. Deflated Wee, Nowie, Greg, Adam. There's your podium. 10-10, still a podium, but yeah, I think he'd be disappointed with P3 given that mega lap in qualifying, over 4 tenths faster than anyone else. Nailed it, nailed the start, sort of controlled it in the first stint. But that penalty that I mentioned, that, as I was saying earlier, that could come back to bite him, and it absolutely did. Fastest lap goes to Top Gun as well, 19 points. But there you go, that was your no assist Singapore Grand Prix.
Here we go, we are 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are away for the Japanese Grand Prix. And John looks to have got away pretty well to begin with, and Joseph has followed in behind, keeping it just around the outside of Daniel Suzanne as we come through the first couple of turns. We've got that guy investigating on the inside there. Has jumped up to 6th position, and Miklos is the big loser in all of this. 10-10 up to 4th on his crusade to catch up to John, but looking reasonably clean as we come through the first few. Joseph from 10-10, and 10-10's looking at the back of Joseph Hales here through 130R down the inside. He and Joseph Hales keeping it dead together there. And the Aston Martin driver keeping the position in the end, I think Miklos, and that is that guy who was off. I think there's contact that's happened there. As the McLaren driver comes off, Smaller Smiley is into the pits. And Chivers and Top Gun is also trying it all to the outside. At the beginning of the S's, is he going to squeeze Chivers out? Oh, Chivers has done very well to defend that. Fantastic defence from the Ferrari driver. Takes it a little bit wide into Dunlop there though. Top Gun could have another chance as he comes through the inside. And on the shorter line, Top Gun gets it done. Chivers looks like he's possibly cut first part of Degner there as well. Not overly certain on his connection now. As 10-10 then, we come down toward the first turn, pulls to the outside. Let's try and get a move done on Joseph. And Joseph has just maintained position on the shorter line. Less than 2/10 in it, less than 1/10 in it, as 10-10 goes toward the inside of 130R and gets the move done. Just about makes it as fair as fair can be. Through 130R, I think we've seen Alonso do an overtake there. We've now seen 10-10 do it, so you know, joins the list of legends as it was. The strategy, will there be undercut type effect, or will Daniel benefit from running the hard to begin with? As Daniel gets himself around Joseph Hales down the start-finish straight there. Nice and easy routine, you'd tend to say there. Still being followed through by the two Williams, and Chivers pulls a pass on Novi. Could potentially flip this race on its head. All of the top three keep on going. Joseph running a little bit of a race of his own now. Bit spaced out from the back of this battle. Nickens behind him there as well, but deflated there. Getting a good enough tow through that DRS zone to overtake Ryan in the Williams. So we follow the top three once more through the Casio Triangle, and the top two have entered the pits. And John has been caught speeding in the pit lane. The 5-second penalty for the Haas driver, which could certainly set this one on a different course now. 10-10 and John both in for soft tyres there, as is Deflated Wee and as is Joseph Hales. And also coming into the pits, comes and gets a set of softs, but comes in and gets himself penalised, and Miklos as well. And Ryan's coming behind him as well, so that's as good as a penalty for Ryan. He is going to be stuck behind his teammate as he comes into the pits. Oh, it's all going wrong in the Williams garage there at the moment, and it's all falling into place for 10-10 in that Mercedes. Quickly realising that that move for hard tyres is not going to pay off, as Joseph takes him down the inside of Spoon. Nice move there. Got such a great launch off of the... Oh, and that's a safety car. Such a great launch off of the hairpin, but managed to get the move done on Top Gun before Flamingo Eagle brought out the safety car there. Let's see if we can see where he's being off. I think that's all been cleared up already. Top Gun comes in. Of course, if anyone's got a penalty here, there's a good time to serve it. Looks like 10-10 is in. Ryan and John both have stayed out. TD stayed out as well. So, and it is coming in this lap. So it is, again, another slightly late call. Only being released on the end of 130R. And I've then got John will be the one to set the pace. With Ryan camped well and truly in the gearbox. Niklas, I think, has gone off in all of that. And John has gone, and we are racing again at Suzuka. John with Ryan close in tow. 1010 looked like he was possibly left behind a little bit there on the restart, with TD also very, very close in tow. Straight off the track, rejoins right in the middle of a little gaggle of cars back there. Well, that looked muscular, let's say, at least from Miklos, if I'm being kind about it. We've got two Aston Martins within shot of each other, and Daniel Suzanne also trying to make his way through as TD sacrifices 5th position. And up they come toward 130R. So currently Ryan on course to win it. But has got that 2-lap offset to deal with in terms of the tyres, and he's going to go for it into turn 1 here. 1010 outdrags Ryan. And the lead changes hands. Form between sort of the top 4 and anyone on from there. And Miklos is out. Miklos is out, and that is another safety car. We've had time for another safety car. Looks like Miklos has lost it on the exit of Spoon. You see Williams strewn across the middle of the track, and they have got time to wheel Bernd Mailander out of the pits for another safety car period. Mailander peel off into the pits to give us 2 racing laps at the very end. And John will again take the pace. See that he would like to leave 1010 in his dust. Picking the right moment to go, and he has gone. He's definitely gone there. Whilst he has definitely started well, it's not going to be nearly well enough to clear himself of 1010, as we have a move looking like it's going on behind between Deflated Wee and TD. TD keeps himself into 5th there. Deflated crawling all over the back of the gearbox there though. And 1010 to the outside of 130R has attempted to move on John. He muscled out of it. Joseph Hales is through to 3rd position, taking that one away from Ryan. Still penalties dependent, could find himself completely off the podium, in down as far as about 8th at the minute, as Shivers ends up going backwards and an angry Corgi has come off. Shivers is coming for some wets. And 1010 is through for the lead in the S's there. So on the track, 1010 has it done. Now, as Top Gun comes through to take what could be a final podium position, TD is going to come back for it down the inside of the hairpin. How's the exit from the Aston Martin driver? It's good, but Top Gun's is better, and Top Gun is on that shorter line. Keeps himself ahead of the Aston Martin. TD running it wide through Spoon, coming back on just in front of Deflated. Keeps it well on track, but that is sacrificed at the very death. A podium position potentially there. We come to the line. 1010's being trailed by John and Joseph Hales, but both of those drivers have penalties. It's 1010 who comes through. As Deflated goes off, 1010 wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Ryan comes in for a brilliant 2nd place, and Top Gun from the very back again makes it 3rd position. He just loves starting from the back of the grid. TD in 4th, with Joseph Hales a 10th behind in 5th there. And Novi coming in for a cracking result in 6th and Daniel in 7th. Trev making it work in 8th. John 9th. Piling into the pits a little bit too quickly. And it all suddenly went his way. It's Ryan in 2nd in the Williams, and of course a brilliant performance again from Top Gun from the back of the grid to take that 3rd position once more. So there we go, there we have it. 10-10 first, Ryan 2nd, Top Gun 3rd.
What tyres everyone's starting on? It looks like a lot of mediums. We've got hards as well, so it's a mix entirely between mediums and hards. You go down to turn 1. John on the inside manages to hold off Ryan, so has a much better start this time around. Doesn't lose any positions. Top Gun battling deflated. Having to back out and loses out there. Got cars running wide. No doubt already getting warnings. Anyone? Well, Corgi's got a penalty already. This lap. Ooh, Ryan goes very deep off that final corner. Loses that position to Ryan. Comes out just in front of TD, who's going to have the inside. TD might also get deflated here. Deflated, holding the inside. Going around the outside is TD. Still side by side. But surely TD's got this now. I hope he doesn't. But at this rate, it's just not looking great. Here goes Ryan. Up the inside. Three abreast. Oh, contact. I think there was contact between Ryan and TD, and then Ryan and deflated. Ryan does gain 2 positions, and we've got Adam round, and we'll drop into 2nd last place there. DRS attack, the 2 Ferraris side by side. TD makes the move and gets past Ryan. Smaller, still ahead of Shivers. We've got a yellow flag, that's Corgi again. He gets a penalty, and we've got a VSC. Okay. What's happened to Corgi? He has lost his front wing, or half of it. Nope, yeah, he's lost his front wing. 10 comes into the pits. He wants to make use of this, get rid of those medium tyres, and he goes on to the softs. 2 stop for 10-10. I wanted to do a lap from Shiver's point of view. 10-10 gets back past the Sun God after his 6 stop. On those fresh softs, he will have a lot of pace. I think from this stage, do you think that John's going to be the 1 stop? He's on the hard. Surely it could be a 1 stop. A big this. Oh, 10-10 has left the session. He's lagged out. Well, that is not going to do his drive through the field any good. Got a yellow flag for Corgi again on the final corner. What was I going to do? I was going to just remind myself of tyres. 10-10 has got past that guy. And has brought out another virtual safety car. So a lot going on here. John has taken this opportunity to box. So from here, is the mediums an option, or is this now a 2-stop as well? But extremely easy overtake. Shivers has got another one. Ryan's into the pits. having just done one lap on these hards. Did he get damaged, or does he just not want these hard tyres? Got a yellow flag. That is an Aston Martin. That's TD. Oh, that's unfortunate. TD was having a decent race. It drops him down to P8, and like the fact that TD was penalty free at this moment, like if he could maintain that, that would be a big benefit. At this deflated is surely the only one that has to pit again. As that guy retakes P5 seconds. I might as well just leave it on the penalty screen. Might as well. 3 abreast. Oh my god, this can only go well. Right, no, deflated. Easy. Extra grip out that last corner. Extra braking and turning in the first turn is Adam. Adam is binned it into the pit wall. We have got a safety car. Wow, okay. Right, safety car. That's big for a lot of drivers. And that could be very big for the likes of Ryan, who's got no penalties. In the pits. John is in the pits. 10-10 takes the lead. Okay. 10-10 is screwed. I don't think that's a good idea. And he overtook the safety car and has been disqualified. He has been disqualified. Did it let... Do you think he did it on purpose because he's messed up by not pitting? So that'd be a 26-point gain. 25-point gain overall, so he'll be a 4-point lead in the championship if he does win this and maintains the fastest lap, which isn't a guarantee. Anyone could sort of get it. But here we go, we're under the restart. Is anyone close enough on this restart to make an attack? Ryan, one of our penalty-free drivers, has made easy work of that guy on the restart. Very nice, and that will help him. That will help him with the other drivers with penalties on this lap either. And up to the inside of Chivers as well. So this looks like it could be this could be a P2 here if you can keep it clean. Don't get involved in too many battles. Ryan ran wide there in the battle. He maintained that position off the track. Oh, and then returns the favour to Chivers. Just getting dicey between the two of them here. And Chivers goes round the outside, but cannot get the move done. It's not worth Top Gun's time really making an attempt. But I guess if it's on DRS, there's not much he can do about it, but it will be the run to the line. It will be John who will take the new, well, he will be the new championship leader. Whoa, what was that? Did someone just go wildly off track? Is it Chivers? It was. Went massively off track at the end there. Wow. Ryan does get P2. That safety car really helped him. Lovely P2 for Ryan. Top Gun P3, deflated P4. Sun God P5. Wow, very good for both Alfa Romeos there. Smaller Smiley Flamingo Eagle P7. That guy Clates, Greg in the points. absolutely obliterated that now. In one race. Well, that race had many crazy elements. So it's hard to really digest it right now, I guess. Look at that. The three drivers that obviously, well, John had the lead, so he didn't really gain from being penalty free, but it certainly helped.
And with 5 red lights for the feature race, and away we go in Qatar. And John and Deflated side by side as we go toward the first turn. There's a bit flying off back there as there's contact made. John manages to hold Deflated out somehow to keep the lead. Looking back through the field now, the Aston Martins going near side by side, being followed by Flamingo Eagle in close tow. And Deflated and John side by side, and there's a little bit of a tag by the looks of it. John forced wider. There's a rain falling straight away. And this side by side still through the stolen part of Bahrain. John looking for a cutback that Deflated just about cutting off. Back. And outside of the turn 13. But inside on the stolen bit of Bahrain. And he has taken the position as the Red Bull. You can throw a blanket over. And there's Greg going for the move. Oh, into that tight left-hander. What a move that is from Greg. Opportunistic and brilliant. But looking like Flamingo Eagle might ease him out and get it back. But not quite. But where's Greg gone? Greg has gone wide, filters in just behind, and I think he's tagged him. I think he must have tagged Flamingo Eagle there. Sun God could have a chance of jumping them both. Let's see. Smaller Smiley pulls out from behind the rear wing of that Merc. And Adam is dispatched. A little bit of a lock-up. Leaves him vulnerable. I'm going to say he keeps the position, but catches Curb on the exit of turn 13. And that sends him right out there. And he cedes position to the Alfa Romeo on track as well. And it looks like it is shaking a bit, that car. It's, the Ferrari is Smaller Smiley. As Sun God goes to the inside. Smaller Smiley not really offering any defence. Top 6 in. So the rest of the top order begin to come on in. Deflated. There is TD, there is Ryan all in the pits, and we have got a VSC. Oh my goodness, well this could be about to work out well for somebody. As John. Oh! John! For a drive-through penalty. He's been caught speeding under the VSC. John has come in, gone straight through the pits, and is going to have another lap on those old tyres. Up. It's gone as far as 4th. Will Ryan be able to get him? Smaller Smiley could also be a particular cork in the bottle if John can't get these warmed up. Fancy Ryan maybe to have a go as John tries to warm those up. But 4th place is where the Haas is at the moment. Novi in close tow from each other as well. Novi in the Alpine. Going down the inside of that guy. Trying to make a move, stick into turn 12. And gets it done down the back straight. As an angry Corgi retires, and we have a safety car. Looks like he is looks like he's possibly retired on the pit wall. We are going to go green. Flamingo Eagle looks like he's hit the back of Greg there. Top Gun takes the pace. Still damp on the camera. See the raindrops on there. Plenty to be cautious of. Imagine Top Gun's going to release it after final turn. And he does. And away we go. Deflated trying to get some heat back into those tyres just behind. TD has been balled down on by John. And John there almost swapping ends out of turn one, getting a little bit keen on the throttle maybe. A little bit of a slip from Flamingo Eagle there as Deflated takes the lead from Top Gun. Looking back downfield, anything doing here? Top Gun I think has looked like he was going to have a go at Deflated outside there. Hanging from the back of that Aston Martin. Goes to the inside of the final corner. And possibly a slight desperation move. John definitely got to commend him for attempting it. He's going to go to the inside of the first now. TD hangs it to the outside. Keeps the better line. John's car threatening to swap ends at almost every opportunity. As Flamingo Eagle retires in the pits. Impressive tailing that John is doing to him. And I don't think TD was expecting that. John has set him up a treat there. And TD is now under threat from Ryan. Could we go 3 wide? Decides against, but TD goes to get it back. John nudged a little bit wide, but TD was in good position to get that move done and has done. And Ryan has also capitalised. Position up for the Williams. Still a fair way to go in this as Ryan and TD go side by side now. TD just about edging Ryan out. Looking at John. Ryan up next to him. Can he put that car in a gap? Seem to be going off. The medium runners will be laughing rather shortly, I would imagine, as Top Gun gets through on Deflated under DRS. Easily done in the end and done very, very early on. Those critical 9 seconds at the top as TD gets himself onto a 9-second penalty now. Had a real chance of jumping Top Gun there, but penalties won't thank him. As Ryan goes to the inside of TD to try and dispatch the penalty-laden Aston Martin. Off, that is Adam. Off on first sector, but we're going to keep with this battle because TD's coming right back at Ryan. TD driving Ryan off the track a bit there and letting John in the process. But Ryan sticking to the inside on the stolen Bahrain track. And loses the position though. But is he going to have a go into turn one? He's gaining, he's approaching, he's dived down and he's wheel banging. And that's hard, I would say, at its kindest point. And one person whose position may be about to rise is Deflated. We on track as Top Gun goes off. Has Deflated caught him there? There goes Top Gun. That was very, very strange, that one. I can only imagine Deflated may have gone into the back. A whole lot more than just a few positions on track. As Deflated now finds himself under pressure from TD. As Top Gun then comes in and retires in the pits. TD is going to have a real go potentially getting the win on track at least. Has stayed dry in terms of the quickest tyre compound. And TD to the inside. Oh, nearly muscles deflated, way out of the way. Almost let John in. It's deflated, still ahead. TD, oh, trying the outside of the final turn now. John's had a moment. He's spun off of the back of these. It's been action-packed. It's been brilliant. And it's gone to the line, but deflated is the winner of the US Grand Prix. And Ryan comes through for second. Some fantastically close racing late on. In third, TD fourth, and Smaller Smiley by half a tenth of a second. Misses out on fourth place, goes to fifth. Joseph recovers to sixth after an early change of front wing. Sun God seventh, Novi into eighth. That guy ninth, and Padge has come across the line for what is on track. The final point, will Greg take it? He won't happen. Obviously, you said it's potentially more of a glitching issue, but will there be anything happen with the Top Gun one? We don't know. And John, let's say damage limitation, and after that drive-through, managing third place still. So Deflated takes the win and the fastest lap to go with it. And coming up towards the line. Let's see what that guy can produce. It's certainly going to be better than what he's got at the minute. 16.8 sees him to 6th. Just jumps ahead of Chivers there. Joseph Hales is on a lap. See what he can produce. See whether he can get himself a little bit closer to the top 2 or 3. 56.6 through 2 sectors. It's insanely quick. Not 6/10 up on what that guy was doing. Could be heading well and truly for that top 3. What can he produce? Shortest run to the line. Joseph, his fastest. The 15.9 on the dot. And that is a lap that Joseph needed, and massively. Let's see exactly how Top Gun can do. He's pulled a couple of tenths through that second sector, so he's got an improvement that is getting close to being in line with where he needs to be to jump Prev. As Jay Clates jumps up the order to a 17.1. Top Gun does jump Prev, is onto a 16.2. John is next through. John has made a mistake somewhere. He is in the pits. Deflated has made a mistake somewhere, and he is invalidated. Where's Ryan? Starting the lap now. And this. Let's have a watch with Ryan as he comes through second and third sectors. Where is he going to be on the split? At 56.5. Definitely a chance here for the Williams driver. It needs to count. It needs to be flawless from here. Ryan up to the line. Can he get a pole? He can. And he gets it by 9 thousandths of a second from Joseph. 15.8 we're on there. And that is a storming lap from Ryan in the Williams.
All over. Ryan with a fabulous effort to get himself onto pole, and Joseph following him into second place. So extending this championship lead is not going to be as easy as John would have thought it would have been.
Ryan is heading the field. We are 5 red lights and away we go for the Mexican Grand Prix. And we are away with Ryan. John's already made a place up on Joseph there as he's gone backwards. And we're going to go 3 wide. Deflated has come storming through for the outside line and is challenging Ryan down the inside, but Ryan keeps it ahead. A little bit going on further back, just a couple of wheel bangs I'd imagine. John has gone up, down and back again, and Chivers has got a brilliant start. Deflated to the outside there, almost considering diving down the inside of Ryan, but Ryan gets through and keeps his lead for now. One that is done on the next lap, as that guy and Chivers and Top Gun involved as well. Both of all of those getting better, very, very close to each other. And pretty interesting as that guy runs off the track there, and Top Gun more than fancied to move around the outside, and behind that as well, you had Smaller, Smiley and Prev battling it out. As that guy, Top Gun, Chivers all on the same bit of track again, and Top Gun's going to have a look to the inside of that guy. And Top Gun gets the same treatment that that guy was treated to on the previous lap, and that allows Chivers in for 6th place. The only one that's going to be without DRS, though, as we go up to 4 for turn 4 for the lead. Ryan keeps hold. Deflated manages to snatch 2nd back after being passed under DRS. With Joseph also very much interested here in potentially taking that, or relieving John on that 3rd position. Ryan, John, Joseph all hunting him down. It's definitely a better exit for John as he looks to dispatch Ryan first. Williams reaching the back of Deflated though as well at a fair old rate of knots. John to his left, or John to his right, Deflated to his left, and in the end Ryan stays in 2nd place but has a new leader ahead of him in the form of John in the Haas.
John in very early. So this might be a 2-stop from John. Deflated also in. Which leaves Ryan and Joseph out on track. See what John's going to fit here. It is another new set of mediums, so it is a 2-stop from John. Away.
Is the wise move. Could it be Ryan on a 1-stop at all? We'll find out. Deflated goes to the inside to try and take Joseph. Filters in just behind though. Joseph's harvesting. Low on energy. Can hold the inside. No, he's not. Deflated. He's going to go for it. Inside line. Joseph backs out. And almost runs it into Deflated's right rear. Close with Ryan. I think if he has 1-stop this, it is a massive brain move. And I think it's also a huge stint from where he's gone for, as he tries the move on Joseph and gets that done rather nice and easily. I'll be hoping not to have to fight too much from here and preserve those tyres a bit. And Joseph ducks into the pits, and he will also finish the race on a set of softs. Smartly let his teammate through. Following Smaller Smiley all the way through here, needs to get this one done as we enter the stadium sections. Kept outside though. Gonna send it to the outside, a little bit of wheel banging, and he's off, and he's off, and he's out. Joseph Hales is out of the race. Oh my, and it's a safety car. And this honestly is disastrous for Ryan. John, of course, will come through and take the lead, but we'll have a fresh, soft race for the rest of this. What happened to Deflated Wee? What has happened to Deflated Wee? Has he come off under safety car? Safety car comes in this lap. What is going on there? He's come off under the safety car, has he? What's gone on? Seems to have left the Alpine behind quite nicely in the form of Salty, his lap car, as Deflated comes in. He'll probably see himself out of here. John, obviously getting himself a nice advantage to go ahead with to begin there. The rest of them all have spaced out. Here goes that guy for podium position, potentially. Can he run himself 3 seconds ahead of Top Gun? Flamingo Eagle's out. And Flamingo Eagle has caused a safety car. And that's just happened on the pit straight. I don't think we'll see any bits of Flamingo Eagle again. And Angry Corgi's got another speeding under safety car penalty. We're going to have a brief stint behind Burnt Mylander again. He will need to pin it pretty much now. And there he goes. Goes off the final corner again. And away we go. And that is that guy off the track. Greg into fourth with a clear shot at Top Gun for third. Ryan is going to have a big chance as well, drafting down the straight. Looking at the back of John. Better line through turn one, but I think John's cut him off well. But we are likely to see John come through and take the victory on this race. But we can't say that the others haven't given it a go under the safety car. Fireworks are blazing. Chivers is going to be hit with the naughty stick because he's on some wets. He's picked from fifth for that. And round comes John to take the victory. The RS is enabled. It's no use at all to anyone. Ryan will be wishing he had one more lap to give it a go. Second for Ryan, third for Top Gun, and a cracking race for Greg. Coming up to fourth position. Prev, his teammate, in fifth as well with a cracking effort at the end of the race on those hard tyres. In sixth place, but marred by the incident with Joseph. It's that guy, eighth deflated. Ninth is Padge for a couple of points. 10th is Jay Clates. Now, always the bridesmaid and all that. John produces the American flag despite the Mexicans. And the Mexico City Grand Prix is all done and dusted. Well, our top three of John, Ryan, and Top Gun. Fantastic stuff all round there. I don't think the results board is actually going to come up before I get kicked from the session, is it? Okay.
Here we go for no assist, and I'm doing it again wrong. And people starting on the hards and the mediums. And a great start from Joseph Hills and John. John on the inside as Joseph deflated on the outside. Those two guys have had a great start as John is free right into turn 4. Ooh. And John makes a good move. That was some scrappy happening there. Into turn 6 as Joseph was with a TD. A great start from him there into P4. And now Joseph is back on the inside of him. Yep, we can. Oh, a little spin from Adam. Can deflate get a move here into turn 4. He gets a great exit there. He's got the DRS. He has passed him clearly. And goes P1. Right. As Patch passes Flamingo into turn 1. But Flamingo's going to get the better exit here out of turn 3. He's got the DRS, also Salty. Also using DRS, making a move on Patch. 2 moves. Oh, little wobble as we've got a spinner at the front. Noe is spinning into turn 6. And deflated, making a move into turn 4. It was a bit wide. I think that's going to be a track limit for him. And maybe this one. I'm not sure if that's going to be also. And John making a move on the outside. think Deflator had to give the position back. I'm not sure about it. And then move from Joseph Hills into turn 7. But now turn 8. Of course, Ryan will get the inside, but now Joseph on the outside. Great move from him. Going into P3, making a move. Turn 4, making a move clearly. TD making a move into turn 4. On the outside, or making it early before, and now, oh, side by side, they're going into turn 6. Ooh, little touche, but there comes the McLaren from that guy. He makes the move on Chivers. But of course, that guy has to give it back, I believe. No, that guy will get the inside again. Ooh, wheel banging there from Chivers and that guy. No safety cars at all. We're 10 laps in. John is already driver's champion. Top Gun making a move into turn 1. An easy move. He's got the DRS. Trying to make a move on Deflated. Deflated burns a bit of his ERS, stays in front. As Joseph getting the 3-second time penalty. First one out of the top 4. And Deflated stays out. Wow. I think I know what he's going to do. That is mental that he's doing that strategy. Of course, John and Ryan are in. Top Gun is in. TD stays out. As there's John. It's going to be close. Joseph is in front, and he has made the undercut. Right now, John has got a gap of 1.7 seconds to Ryan. Joseph getting the fastest lap of the race, and here comes John into turn 1. He makes the move. Great move from John into turn 1. Ooh. Deflated has been okay. So Deflated Wheat is now on the soft tires. Has got a bit of time behind. Still dry. Ryan just can't catch up to these two right now. As oh, John, big slide from him. As then Joseph goes to the outside. And makes the move. Of course, the next one will get the Deflated getting the 1099. The pit lane, watch out Ferrari, you're getting lapped. There's TD getting the track limits penalty. Ooh. Gonna be saucy. Of course, these two are battling for P1. Of course, Joseph got that 3-second time penalty. It was championship. Champion. Outstanding drive from him. As Deflated passes Ryan into turn 4. So Deflated only has 3 seconds to John. As I think that is Nifty is round. Yes, Nifty is round again. Deflated getting attacked by Ryan again. And Ryan is now back in P3. But Deflated has got a better exit out of the center S. Is on the inside, it's got the DRS. Moves over and gets the move on. And Ryan passes Deflated Wee into turn 4. So he does not want to give up his place. But Ryan stays in front into turn 6. 35 out of 36. And Joseph is, and they have caught up again. It's as Ryan. I've missed something. I've missed something. I think I missed the safety car. And Joseph is now in P3. I've fallen. Oh my god. That's not good for me. Yes, John and Ryan are now fighting. Lap 35 out of 36. Deflator making a move on Joseph now. Joseph now P3 as Top Gun. Let's try and make a move on Joseph. Now, nearly final lap to go. John in another 15 laps all. Oh, safety car, my bad. I couldn't believe that was going to be a safety car. And is Ryan going to make a move on him? No, he's not. John keeps the position right now, but goes deep into turn 1. And now there comes Ryan making a move, an absolute fantastic move on the last lap. But John is going to go to the inside, gets pushed to the inside. Free ride going into turn 4. And John making the move again. At the moment, P1. Ryan was looking for it. He just stays in front. Battle for P1 is now happening as Ryan and John. Ryan goes for the inside move. And Ryan has made a move. And no, oh, John and the Deflator, they touch. Oh, so that means Ryan is going to win the Brazil Grand Prix. Oh. Oh no. John, our driver champion, on the last lap of the race, lost the win. And Flamingo getting the fastest lap of the race. Deflated getting P4, but with that penalty he will drop to P5. But John, oh. What race that was. Top Gun getting P2, great drive from him. Got 4 positions out of that. I think got more out of that the whole day. Chiffers going into PA, I believe he will get that with a lot of penalties. And P9. Wreck on the back straight. Driver champion of no assist. Congrats to him for being himself the legend that John. I don't know if he wants to join the party. I will give him an invite if he wants to say something. Of course, right now you've got the winner for tonight. You've got Ryan, you've got Top Gun on P2, Joseph P3, John P4. Unfortunate for that little touch at the end.
Okay. And we have our 5 red lights and we are away for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. 25 laps around the street circuit, and it's Ryan and Deflated side by side to turn 1. And Ryan, taking the outside line, has lost a spot to Deflated and is now finding himself defending against John. Deflated has head off into the distance. It's a great start for him. Jay Clates has been involved in an incident with Adam back there. We've seen him get a big penalty there. And we've got side by side, it's Joseph Hales and Top Gun going in together there. And that's Top Gun losing a back end big style. What a tank slapper that one was. Back with the front 4 as 4 tried to go into 1 here. Joseph's going to send it through the inside. As him and Deflated, we have got history together. He's going to keep it in round the outside. Joseph Hales. What a move. What a move that one is from the Aston Martin. Cracker of a move from Joseph. The Deflated sends it down the inside of 5 and gets it back. We have John on the inside of Top Gun here as well. Squeezing it through turns 7, 8 and 9. John keeping position. Top Gun's in a wall. Oh my goodness. I'm sure there was contact there with the wall. Is there any damage on that Red Bull? Don't think there is. J-Plate's back in the session. We've got 4 still, again, racing towards the first corner, and John is in the inside. But, oh, and John's been clipped. John has clipped TD, who was on the outside of him on turn 1. And the Haas finds himself in the wall. Gets off that corner well. Could be challenging Joseph here into the final turn. Joseph's flashing already. Top Gun comes in. Wonder whether Top Gun has got a little bit of front wing damage. I'm just going to watch that and see. They got a new front wing prepared. They have. I can only assume that came from that incident with John earlier. Side, I have to say. Smaller Smiley retires. Smaller Smiley retires, and that is full course safety car. Where is that? Where? I can only assume he's dropped it out of turn 4 from where that dot was. As he comes in. I would imagine you would see most of the pack come through except for Greg. Greg could take the lead here. Greg's also come in. Okay, right. Potentially committing to a 2-stopper there then for Greg. Imagine he'd have run those hards a little bit longer. I mean, for a set of mediums. Is he going to be ambitious and try and get those to the end of the race, I wonder? Point of help him get away from Ryan. Ryan could be sizing up a move here. He's thought about it. Let's look down the pack as the Aston Martins. Oh wow. Is Joseph going to do it again? No, he's done it already. Okay, he's sent it in the inside of John. Gone up to 4th place there. Very good move from Joseph Hales, who then defends the inside. Top Gun has already taken Padge. He has outbraked him. Top Gun as he tries to get himself some big points. He's turned down the straw. He's hit an angry corgi. That is animal abuse. The RSPCA are going to Top Gun's house. He has just hit an angry corgi. And TD, almost wandering across the track, didn't seem to know where Joseph was for a second there. Being towed back down the straight though. And the slipstream of Joseph is just enough to keep him ahead of John in the Haas. There's TD all over the shop there as he leaves the strip. Just over a second. Don't think Joseph's going to ease off. Oh, and Joseph has eased off. Not of his own accord, but he has eased off. He's ended up Tokyo drifting in Las Vegas. And that will just mean that TD has got the DRS, but it will not save TD from the clutches of the newly crowned champion. Will TD be able to get back at him here? He's gone to the inside at the end of the strip. John's elbows are out. TD's Aston Martin is through. We're going to keep the inside. Side by side through the final corner towards turn 1 again. John's looking for the run towards the outside of the first and second turns. And I think John has just about eased him out. And so has Joseph Hales now as well under DRS. TD tries to get it back though. Valiant defence from TD. He's has got a big chance to get himself back ahead of Ryan and into 2nd place. Into a position where TD goes out. TD goes out. It's a safety car. TD has put it in the wall at turn 5 as we see an Aston Martin without a wheel on. You can only presume that he's overcooked it. just decided on a set of softs, as has Joseph. Top Gun's got mediums on. Greg has got some mediums going on the car. Salty's coming for some softs. Adam has still yet to reach the line, as is an Angry Corgi and Padge. Both in without Mylander might as well be driving a bus tour down the strip, but he's left it to Deflated Wee. And we get going again. Deflated goes. And that is a good restart from the Alfa Romeo driver as he keeps himself ahead there. It's Greg having a little bit of a swerve, just trying to get a sight on the line there. Salty has ended up coming out ahead of him. So we have a yellow. I think that is an Angry Corgi that is round. Ooh, I got flashbacks back to 82 for that. Flips it round in the track just as Padge comes around. And then we do have Top Gun. Ryan able to defend from Top Gun with his own dose of DRS, as there is a yellow out and it is Padge and an Angry Corgi. Padge has checked out a little bit there on the outside of turn 1. And the newly crowned champion going for the lead. John, from incident early on, has the lead of the Las Vegas Grand Prix now. Takes it from Deflated in the Alfa Romeo. Top Gun has got very, very close to pulling a move on Deflated. I would imagine those soft tyres are screaming, and Top Gun and Ryan will not want to be behind the Alfa Romeo for long. Let's see, just quickly. He is back on and safe. We have a battle on for the lead. But first of all, we have a battle on for second place as Top Gun is attacking Deflated Wee. No, wow. Being left the mandatory 1 car's width and nothing else. It's Top Gun. Keeps it out of the wall, keeps it out of Deflated's side. Ryan now is almost looking like he was going to go for a move around the outside. Nothing really doing on this lap. I'd imagine it's potentially being saved for the final lap, or is it? Top Gun has a good look at the inside there as Deflated takes John. John, what's happened to him? Has he had an incident there? He's had a little bit of a mistake by the looks of it. And that is the most awful time to make a mistake. But John comes down the inside to turn 1 to try and get back his lead. Deflated holds it on. John still is in second, but not for much longer, you would imagine. Top Gun hunting him down. We've got 4 altogether, and John's in the wall, and John's in the other wall. And there's no front wing on that Haas, and I don't know how that is the case. With a hit like that, he should be out. That's a huge moment. Now was the beneficiary of that in second place, Top Gun. Presumably taking some evasive action there. Deflated gets back his lead in what has been a horrible, horrible few corners for John. Going up to the strip, racing down for the last time. Ryan sends it. Parks it on the apex. Deflated's clipped the back. And is that a last gasp move that's come off for Ryan? We're going to find out. We're all the way to the line here. Deflated's in the pit lane. All the way up to the start-finish line. And it is Ryan from Deflated from Top Gun. Ryan wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix in dramatic fashion at the end. The top 3 separated by just over 900ths of a second. Top Gun losing out on second place by 3 thousandths. What an utterly perplexing end to that race. Incredible. Oh my gosh. That has to be said. What a move by Ryan. He's licked the stamp and sent it. It is the British who have conquered Las Vegas. It was Ryan who takes the trophy. Williams on the top step. It keeps them well in with a shot of potentially upsetting the order of the constructors. They will need a big result in Abu Dhabi. For Haas, not as many points picked up as they will have liked, does put them back at the top. Ryan, there we are, taking the victory with a fantastic move at the end of the Las Vegas Strip on the final lap. Ready to go for the final Grand Prix of the season. We have 5 red lights on and we are away. Avenicus on the left, that guy on the right. Decent start by both by the looks of it at the front there. Avenicus has got away really, really well. Leads into turn 1. And that guy still holding station. An Angry Corgi has ended up round on the first corner. That guy coming under pressure from TD just behind. TD going for the outside of the hairpin as a battle ensues behind as well. TD has just about got that guy, but Avenicus has moved over to try and tow him past TD. TD is through. And TD's through on Avenicus. Lead goes to the Aston Martin driver, and what on earth is going on back there? Let's watch that. As Adam and Greg battling through on there. Greg obviously just about holding station. Adam with John for close company as he tries to surge through the field. Deflated and Ryan going hammer and tongs at it together. Deflated on the inside as we approach turn 9. Ryan going all the way around the outside there, and if he has pulled that, which he has done, that is a fantastic move. Brilliant stuff there from Ryan as he then jumps Padge into 9th of the field. Have Smaller Smiley and that guy going side by side. Smaller Smiley maintaining position on the inside as the Alfa Romeo there deflated. I think it looks like him and Ryan might have had a little bit of a tangle. Joseph jumping in and pulling through, as well as Top Gun getting ahead of Deflated Wee. And Joseph's taken a lot of them up into 9th place there for the Aston Martin. So it would still go to Mercedes as it is currently, but John is bearing down on the podium positions. He comes through side by side with TD. TD trying to defend inside the chicane. John just about has got it, but they still are together. Both still with the DRS, but John with the line of least resistance on the inside gets the move done on into turn 9. Constructors level as it stands. Smaller Smiley goes to the inside of turn 9 on TD. Is he going to hold it though, TD? He has got a better run for the outside of the turn, inside of 10, inside of 11. Gets a track limits penalty. Going too far on the inside of 11. We're still going as we go under the hotel. You don't see this too often. Smaller Smiley around the outside of TD. He's got the move done. Just out of turn 4, out of the Latifi corner. Well, turn 14. The front, we do have that guy in the lead at the moment, which does put the championships firmly back in Haas's hands. But Avenicus is pursuing with DRS that McLaren. Again, we'll want to get this move done rather quickly to avoid the imminent threat behind. As they approach turn 9 here. Inside of Avenicus. Gets in, makes that road his, gets the move done. And holds it on the insides of 10 and 11. That guy is involved also That guy cuts the chicane, gets a time penalty for it, and John takes the lead. And as it stands, has the championship in the bag. But Avenicus is going to come back. Looking towards the outside of turn 9 here. The Haas is in the side of him. The Haas is behind him. Still just ahead is Avenicus. And he holds on. Gets that lead back. Fends him off very, very well. Suddenly looking a lot more rosy for the Williams of Ryan. But he is currently under attack from 3 cars behind him. Deflated, Top Gun and Joseph. All of them hunting him down. I've seen a fair bit of this season. 4 cars, all on the same piece of tarmac. Line of stern through turn 9 there. Keeping it all together. As there goes that guy on Jay Clates going up to 9th place. And he'll need a big stint on these softs. Counting them up now, they're mounting up quite quickly, these ones. Joseph a little bit wide on the hairpin is certainly going to give Deflated a bit of a chance to go at him down the back straight. Avenicus is gaining a little bit, but not really getting anywhere near John still. Deflated. Darts to the inside, and he's taken Joseph Hales. He's taken him out as he darted to the inside. And that is an Aston Martin without a front wing. It's Deflated, feeling exactly that at the end of the straight. And that, I think, is symbolic of the season that those two have had. They've been close together on track almost all season long. Too close at times, just like that. And it's another one between Joseph Hales and Deflated Wee. Goes for the undercut on Ryan. There he goes. As John goes in. That's enough for the championship winner at the moment. I think he's going to be comfortably in 5th place there. I don't think he's going to be too bothered by Deflated behind. Well, the whole pit stop on the Alfa Romeo driver already. The vigour of an animal with a burnt bottom. As Avenicus comes in for a set of softs to go to the end of the race. He's done something different to John in all fairness. It's going to be very, very quick in the early phase of it. We know that much. John has undercut very nicely though. But that could be a real ticket back into this one for Avenicus if he can manage them in the later part of the stint. As that guy and Ryan then go together. Looking for the lead. And that guy gets it under the DRS. Of course, those tyres 10 laps younger and a compound softer. Do have Deflated and Joseph. Oh no, not again. Joseph this time looking to be the one to pass. Deflated. Should get this one rather easily. It's just whoa. A little bit of a move around. They've kept side by side through the chicane. Deflated has ended up going in, trying to defend it and running a little bit wide. Do wonder if that move across from Joseph was potentially something that he is signalling his displeasure at Deflated for the other move with. He's going to try and dispatch him before we get to the hairpin. It's going to be close on who gets the DRS there. Might well be John. Ryan, as I said, is all over the shop at the moment on those mediums. Ryan is the one with the DRS. John is being hunted. I think probably is the bit that works well for John here, because Avenicus is going to have to sit behind Ryan through the chicane. He's going to have to try and avoid accelerating into the back of that Williams, which will be going much, much slower than an F1 car on new rubber would be. Venicus does get through, and the top two are back together once more. And it's going to be these zones now, and potentially a mistake from John on the lead up to one of them that will give him any sort of hope of getting through and winning it on track at least. He's performed well, definitely, Venicus, and looks like he can be potentially somebody to really go and challenge the Haas driver. Potentially in future races, but for now it's looking like it could well be. Oh, as Venicus comes off. I was just talking him up. Commentator's curse, isn't it? And that is definitely championship in the bin as far as Mercedes are going. Coming for some fresh tyres, I think, of Venicus. Locks it coming into the pits. Lap, final overtaking positions. Ryan is hunting it down big time. I hope John doesn't stop for too many donuts, because as I say, he could be in trouble if he does. Ryan gets the move done. His writing was on the wall from last lap onwards there for Ryan. That guy drops down to 4th. Could be in danger from Joseph behind, potentially, with penalties if he gets too many more of them. But what happened to Venicus? He spun at Latifi corner, turn 14. Just jumped on the throttle a little bit too fast and came off on the or came onto the inside wall just about. So he came in for another set of softs and is drilling it to the end. Currently does have fastest lap on the board though. But we are going to the line. This NA season ends on the standings as it does on the track. John wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Top Gun in 2nd place. And it is a double for the Americans. As Ryan, in the meantime, and that guy have both come together. And that has demoted Ryan well down the order, but he's still nipped in and got 3rd. Let's say John in the Haas taking double titles. The true American dream going on there is deflated. Gives up his 7th place to do some donuts. Greg in 7th, Jay Clates in 8th there. Taking some good points, of course, for Williams, but nothing that will really impact the championship too much. TD will come through for 9th. Unless he decides to stop, which he doesn't. Deflated's driving in circles. Salty's come through for the final point in 10th. Or in 9th even. TD's dropped. Padge is on some as well. Lovely. Lovely stuff. This is Donut Central. It's like being on the coast at Great Yarmouth. There are donuts everywhere. The double titles for the Americans, drivers and constructors, for the driver and the team from the country that we didn't think could turn right. So John can turn right and can turn left, and he can do it very, very well. At a real pace. And they are up there as he's celebrating, and of course it is his double title to celebrate. And came through 2nd, as I say, Ryan taking 3rd and Joseph in 4th. So the top 4 at the end, starting 11th, 13th, 12th and 15th. Venicus on debut did get the fastest lap in the end, but after that little bit of a spin, came home in 5th. That guy in 6th after a promising beginning to the race.